Arsenal schoolboy left the club.
Hello. Welcome to the Arsenal 101 watch along for Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. We are running a tad late. We do apologise for those of you who have been waiting. Just watched the free kick by Eze go over the bar from Crystal Palace. We're into the 15th minute of the game. Being joined by Ebony at some point, I believe. But we'll just start getting into the makeup of the game so far. It's been pretty much a case of, I've just turned myself off. We've been seeing Arsenal dominate possession-wise, but they haven't actually created anything as yet. We have a slightly changed team to that which we normally see. What's going on there? We've just seen what looked like a foul on Zaha by Granit Xhaka. Luckily for us, that was waved away by the referee. And now we're on. We see can Bellerin take advantage? Oh, here we go. And he's placed it to the owner. Aubameyang had a good opportunity to find a player in the box on a counter-attack. Unfortunately, with his passing, once again, has let him down. He's played it straight into the defensive player. With Arsenal having 3 or 4 players in the box. But yeah, Arsenal looking not bad at the moment with this changed lineup with Ainsley Maitland-Niles taking over from, oh my goodness. Maitland-Niles has just played the ball back to Leno, but he's placed it really hard and wide of Leno and ended up conceding the corner. So Maitland-Niles is in for Tierney. Tierney has a slightly tight calf muscle. Or Pablo Mari's been replaced by David Luiz, has got a tight calf muscle. Tierney just rested because he's also got tightness in his muscles. In comes the corner from Crystal Palace. And good defensive work by Arsenal. The ball's now cleared and back in the Crystal Palace half. They build again. Interesting, saw earlier a move put on by Izzy on Hector Bellerin left in his wake, which kind of shows that Hector's not really quite as fast as he used to be. Because there was a time when if you nick the ball 5 yards past him, he'd catch you back really quickly. But he was shown a set of heels by Izzy early on in the game. Again, we're facing a free kick here from Crystal Palace. Easy take for Bernd Leno. The changes we've seen. Luiz, as always, so far looking tidy. Granit Xhaka and Ceballos in the middle of the park is the holding midfield. They've looked okay so far, as we normally expect. Not a great deal offensively coming from Xhaka. He's been looking to really help Maitland-Niles at left back. So in a couple of situations where Maitland-Niles has been forward, Xhaka has been behind him, as we see now. So Maitland-Niles is advanced. Xhaka is right now playing left back. And then we build from there. Aubameyang now with the ball down the left-hand wing. Runs past his player. Nice drag in. Oh, get the ball in. Yeah. Oh, Xhaka could have taken a shot. Elected to pass it out to Bellerin. Oh, Bellerin could have fallen down. It would have been a penalty, I'm pretty certain. Out to Xhaka. Welcome, Ebony. Hope you're well.
How you doing, Tony? I take it you're behind.
Yeah, I'm at 18 and a half, nearly 19 minutes.
I'm at 1944.
So you got the...
I'm on Sky.
Yeah.
And you could have almost had a chance there. I think it was Aubameyang that took it actually, but it came right at the goalkeeper.
Okay.
Their goalkeeper. In a minute, you'll see Saka taking a corner,
Yeah.
which doesn't pass their first player.
Okay. So this is one of the issues I'm always finding. You know, these guys, professional footballers. Oh no, that can't be the one. That one went. That first Saka corner went past the first man, the middle man, and nearly the last man.
Yeah.
Aubameyang in. Oh, save from the keeper. Oh, got away with that one. The keeper did. He went for a punch and ended up missing it completely. Got a good save on the Aubameyang shot that goes down as the first shot on target. And then he goes, is showing the replay. He misses his punch completely, but lucky it falls back into his open arms right in front of him. As Sky showed the replay, Arsenal regained possession of the ball very quickly. Maitland-Niles down the wing with Aubameyang in partnership.
David Luiz to Rob Holding to Bellerin.
Space here for Bellerin.
Saka just misplaces it. We're actually playing quite well in the first half. We're actually knocking on the door.
Another shot by Saka straight down the chest of the keeper, but again, that second shot on target made space for himself really well. And then, you know, all you're looking for him there is a top left-hand corner, and that would have been 1-0. So 2 chances created by our strikers or our advanced players so far. Nothing as yet for Lacazette.
Lacazette will come good, don't worry. Come on, close him down. What are you waiting for? I'm on 22:05 at the moment, and they're just ball watching. Don't even. Ah!
Tell us about it, Ebony.
Okay, so I think it was, who's their number 11? Saka passes it to Benteke. He then bypasses a defender, and then Saka intercept. So no chance for Saka there. But it's a good interception by Xhaka. And I don't often say anything good about Xhaka. In actual fact, what I'll do is to not cause any confusion. I'm going to say Granite. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good defending by Granite against Zaha.
Rolling it through to Benteke, lovely link up again. And Wilfred Zaha is denied in the end by a great tackle from Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, well done, Xhaka. I've just seen that. Good play, interplay between Zaha and Benteke. And Granit has to go to ground to save the tackle, which rolls into the path of Rob Holding, who then clears. We're 22 minutes in, 23 minutes for yourself.
For me, this game is a bit. Crystal Palace have just been trying to. I think they've been trying to counter, but we're just too much of them in this first half.
Yeah, agreed. This is one of them games that, you know, we need to concentrate really hard. What we don't need to be doing is giving away a mistake and allowing Palace to take a lead. Maitland-Niles just got dispossessed down the left. He doesn't seem as effective going forward as Kieran Tierney.
He's not.
Right, by
well,
now
not in this
we
game
can
anyway.
see Tierney just tearing down the left and making runs for midfielders to find him beyond the right back of Crystal Palace.
Excellent interception.
Maitland-Niles has not quite got to grips with, you know, his role down that left-hand flank as yet.
Excellent. You'll see it in a minute.
Tompkins with the free kick. Okay, was the target, but it's cleared by Bellerin.
See Zaha again.
Back is that away, but
Almost goes to score, but then he's intercepted by, I think it's Pablo.
James Tompkins is starting a fourth game in a row.
Oh, you've been dispossessed again. What's wrong with you, boy?
Months with a thigh injury.
It's not the second time I've seen that he's been dispossessed.
Who's that? Maitland-Niles.
Yeah.
Ward. Back from Benteke. Here's MacArthur. Looking to get in again. It's Bellerin this time.
So Pepe, who I can see right now with his mask on, will come on in the second half. He's actually he's not on the bench, but he's sat where we normally sit.
Go on, drive, Mick. Drive. Go on. That's it. I like to see our midfielders driving past players. Sometimes they always seem to want to play that backwards ball instead of saying, I'm going to drive into the hole.
Come on,
Oh,
defend that.
Maitland-Niles again. Come on.
And Teke tried. It's like everyone's late to mark. Rob Holding's trying to get in there. And then Benteke tries to cross it. But Leno actually falls to the ground to save it.
Said that Zaha would have been his preferred choice. Doesn't doubt Pepe as a player, but just feels that Zaha would have adapted quicker here. You'd probably find a lot of Arsenal fans.
Cross.
Pepe is still a little
Ooh.
the supporters.
What's going on, Ebony?
It was a really good cross by Bellerin. I don't know who was on the end of that, but it was a chance. Rob Holding then
There's
gets
a 3 on
to
2 on 3 here.
Yeah. Aubameyang.
Okay,
Almost
Benteke gets
tries
his
for a hit
first
there.
shot on target. Easy one down to Bert Leno's right-hand corner.
So from
But it counts as a shot on target after a giveaway in the midfield. Wasn't much on for Benteke other than Zaha up front to look forward to, but he took it on himself, and Bert Leno was up to the job.
a really good chance there by Aubameyang.
You know, come on.
It was laid on by Smith Rowe to Bellerin. Bellerin then caused it to
Yeah, that was a very
Aubameyang.
good chance. Yeah. So there goes another chance on target. The second one of the game for Aubameyang. Kind of a weak header from the far post, but it was on target. But it was easy for the keeper to save. Or actually, it didn't even go on target. It actually, I just see on the replay that it was it went back towards the goal, but not actually to the goal. It was sort of like back to the 6-yard area.
And kicks it in row Z again. Come on, stop with this backwards sideways, man. Just and back to the goalkeeper again. Pick it up.
Nice work from Eze, and here's James MacArthur again. Benteke. Good foil for Wilfried Zaha.
Good tackle by Ceballos. Oh, but Saka loses the ball.
Here's Mitchell. Zaha has to try and escape around Xhaka. Finds Mitchell. Benteke lifts the shot.
Oh, Benteke just missed a gilt-edged chance. Crossed by Mitchell. Benteke finds himself in the middle of the box having to shoot first time. He does with his left foot, but he skies it. Conversion. But a bit worrying that was the fact that he found himself in that space in between three Arsenal's defenders and was able to get his shot on first time.
It's poor defending.
For some reason, Arsenal's passing not able to integrate Lacazette at the moment. Nice turn by Izzy.
Nice. That Xhaka. Oh, not enough room, not enough space to pass it. I think Aubameyang tried to get in on goal, but there's just not enough. He's just too enclosed right now. So he does a back pass to Ainsley. Okay, so we've got a corner, which Saka is taking.
To Aubameyang, and he did manage to pick it out. Another beauty that.
Ooh. So Saka takes a corner. It finds David Luiz, and David Luiz headers it into the goalkeeper's palm. See, we're knocking on that door.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door.
It was a great pass there by Ceballos to put Aubameyang into the box to create that corner. Aubameyang ended up losing possession in the box. Actually, he passed it off to Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles found Aubameyang. Then Aubameyang, his shot was blocked by the defender. So the resulting corner is what Ebony was describing by Saka. A lot of players in that box, all surrounding the goalkeeper, literally. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 players of Arsenal right within inches of the goalkeeper. David Luiz got it at the back post, but only headed it back into the direction of the goalkeeper, who was able to collect it. Interesting approach.
Here's Kouyaté. Mitchell. Certain set-piece routines that are nominated by colour. Sometimes the captain will shout the colour to tell everybody what they're going to do, and it just peels off from behind the keeper. Should have done better with that. Header back. So all credit indeed to Saka for
Holding, you got the ball. Do something with it. Xhaka to Bellerin to Saka.
Noticed that Holding was defending Zaha, and Zaha felt that Holding was a little bit over physical in his approach, which forced Zaha to play a ball that ended up quite easy to be defended. That's part of the game that I think, Rob Holding's done really well at, his physicality.
He's actually slow in pace. He's actually somebody get into a position. He's
not fleet of foot, but he's got good reading of the game, and he is physical, which you need to be. You need to be strong. Like Tony Adams, he was never fleet of foot, but he was physical, strong. Just the kind of thing you want to be as a defender. You don't want to be muscled off the ball.
Those passes quite often.
Okay, so Palace have a throw.
Good play. Hit it! Oh, my! Emil Smith-Rowe just played a beautiful ball into the box. Looked like it was teed up beautifully for Lacazette to hit first time, but for some reason coming in, Hector Bellerin decides he's going to stick his left foot out to try and control it, miscontrols it, and it ends up fading away nicely for a goal kick. But it was literally off the toes of Lacazette, who was about to swivel onto it beautifully.
In a minute, you'll see Zaha trying to get a sneaky goal there, only intercepted by Bellerin.
In each of the last 3 Premier League matches coming into tonight. I think Smith Rowe's inclusion helps. Somebody a bit closer who can get the ball in quickly. There's Ambrose Townsend.
Yeah, cool. Come on, Griff.
Stops the cross and also gets the benefit of the deflection off the talisman. As well, Bellerin, never an easy prospect facing this lad one-on-one in the box. Not like Zaha had beaten him actually, but he makes up the ground again, the right back.
That's what I mean, yeah. That catch-up speed by Bellerin was showed that time. Need to see more of that. Go on, Zaka. Take him on. Send him down the line.
We've got a free kick here. Hopefully this will... no. Too much.
Hey, Neomis.
Hey, Don. What's going
How
on?
you doing?
What's up, Naomis?
So now I'm going to be about 10 minutes behind because Neomis is normally well ahead. At the moment, I'm on 36 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, I'm exactly where you are.
Okay. So,
Right, so I'm ahead then.
That free kick. So at the moment, Ebony has the better feed.
Now, what's his name? Zaha is claiming is what's happened here. So Zaha gets the ball, and then he falls over it, and no one touches him.
I'm quite worried about this game. Like Palace have always been a little bit of a bogey side. They always just manage to find a way.
Not today. All right, so Palace now have a free kick for no reason because Zaha wasn't even touched. It wasn't even touched.
Oh.
They hit the crossbar.
Oh, you're actually a little... Yeah, you're quite far ahead of me. Was that the one where Xhaka fouled him?
He didn't even touch him. Here's me sticking up for Granite. He didn't even touch him.
Yeah, he goes down.
And that could have been an own goal by...
He definitely gets his foot on Zaha's foot. There's no doubt in that.
You think so?
Zaha's foot, so there's no doubt that's a free kick. So it's easy to take the free kick from the left-hand side, just outside the box.
Oh my God!
It's quite a way out though. And Townsend also over it. Izzy takes it. Header. Oh.
It hits the crossbar.
Yeah, Tompkins hits the crossbar from the header from Izzy's cross. Free kick cross, and then we get it away. Oh, Benteke then finds himself after a little bit of play with an opportunity to take up a shot from outside the box, but he sails over the top.
Have we played well though so far? Because I haven't watched really the first. Okay.
I think we have.
I think that's the most important thing.
We've had that good
So
good
you know
chances.
what? This is one of them games I would say we played okay, but we're not dominating the way I'd like us to.
Okay.
Just reviewing that free kick where Tompkins gets the header and it hits the crossbar. He's marked by Rob Holding. And I've just been praising Rob Holding, but that was a situation where he did need to be clearing that one, literally just in front of Tompkins. Tompkins just leaps a little bit higher and gets his effort on goal, which could have been a goal had he got it, 6 inches lower. So this is one of those tight games where, you get a little bit worried that we're going to, let one of those soft goals get away from us. Go on now, yeah. Oh. And Smith Rowe just loses the ball as I think he had an opportunity.
I think we've dominated shots. To be fair, they've had a couple.
Only just. We've only had 3 shots on target, which were 2 by Aubameyang, 1 by. I'm trying to think who the other one was by. Well done, Ceballos, closing down in Crystal Palace half. Yeah, there have been 3 shots on target by Arsenal.
Nice save by Leno.
See, now if you're telling me Arsenal,
oh my God,
ball,
you'll see it in a minute. So here's the number 27 who crossed it to Benteke, who then could have scored, but then it was a flying save by Leno. So it was a header by Benteke. Leno fly saves. And then Zaha tries to kick it into play, only for Leno to do one of those drop saves.
Arsenal up front, we're not clicking. I think we're missing that left-hand option with the way Tierney plays. Benteke gets the ball. Izzy wins the ball from Saka.
Oh wow, that is a good save. I've just seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's a
It's
save.
A good double save as well. I don't normally say that about Leno, as you know.
And
so once again, Benteke leaping like a salmon above what was Rob Holding, was it?
No, David Luiz.
And David Luiz.
Yeah.
So it is over David Luiz. So, we've got to be so careful because Benteke will, he can be on his day. He can be trouble. He just got a yellow card.
Tompkins for his foul on Saka.
Yeah, just seen that. He deserves that one.
Yeah, because that was a rollover. Okay, so I believe we now have another free kick. No, not a free kick, corner. On 43 minutes, 20 seconds.
Yeah, you're a minute.
Okay, you're about a minute ahead. Yeah.
Saka is going to take this corner. Which doesn't pass the first man.
Victor in the comments, like you gotta stop, man. You gotta stop.
We need to press a bit. What was that? Who was that meant to go to, David? Anyway. Okay, so Bellerin has a throw. I'm on 44-20.
Okay, I'll swap my feed.
Granit Xhaka to Ainsley. I believe that is Ainsley.
I'm now at half time. I'll swap my feed. I've gone to half time.
Half time. Wow. Okay.
I'm not even half time yet, and I'm on Sky.
Yeah, no, I'm on half time now.
I'm on. Was it 44-10?
It
And
must
there's
be
1
half
minute,
time now.
1 minute of added time. So we've got a free kick. No, the same free kick. We've got a corner, which Saka is going to take. Which end of it, and
How did I get to half time? I don't know. I just swapped the channel. So I went from one Sky channel to another Sky channel, and now I'm at half time.
okay, so the goalkeeper has a kick. Take outside the box.
How can I be at half time?
I have no idea. You got some funky channel.
Yeah, I must have.
Okay, it's half.
Hold on.
It's half
Does it just say half time?
It doesn't. It just. It doesn't. It just.
I don't think it was that poor of a first half. I thought we had some good chances. I think we've been knocking on the door, but we just haven't been putting them away. We've been close, quite close as well with those chances. You know, sometimes our free kicks / corners are quite wasteful. But yeah, I thought I thought Crystal Palace have come to, for me anyway, they've actually come to counter-attack. And to be fair, they've actually had a couple of good chances, which, had it not been for Leno, we would have been at least 2-0 down.
Wow.
Okay, I'm not on the right channel, so I did prematurely go onto Sky Sports News, which is that Armand Traore in the studio.
No, it's what's her name? The Arsenal lady.
Alex
I
Scott.
can't remember her name.
Alex
Yeah,
Scott.
that's it. She did it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm on the Sky News channel not at this place, but in the studio. They've got Armand Traore. Yeah, it is. I knew it was. His hair has got super long. I remember him as a kid at Arsenal. I used to see him all the time.
So what do you think of the first half, Tony?
Just not at the races enough for me. I think it's been a 50-50 game. Bloody hell. Atletico Bilbao are beating Real Madrid 2-0 in this cup. Jeez. But yeah, no, I think it's been a 50-50 game. Obviously, Crystal Palace have had chances. Bernardo's had to make a couple of saves. Similarly, we've created a few chances, but nothing that you look at and think, well, that's an outstanding save for the Crystal Palace goalkeeper, whereas Leno's save was outstanding. So just based on that, you'd say that Palace have had the better chance because the save that Leno makes is better. We definitely need to come out of this gear because we're not kicking on up front.
Would you bring on
change?
Yeah. Would you bring on Martinelli?
Martinelli, is he even on the bench?
I didn't even check out. I didn't even check out
I don't think he's on the bench,
team
to be
lineup.
honest.
So who would you take off?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's obvious that if you're going to change up front, you're going to possibly look at bringing in Pepe on the right. moving Saka to a position somewhere else on the pitch. You know, are you going to sacrifice Laka? You know he's not going to take off Aubameyang. So if he is going to do anything there, he's going to move Aubameyang into the middle, take off Laka. Maybe he's going to play... I mean, Smith-Rowe just doesn't seem to be in this game today. Maybe he makes that change and brings Smith-Rowe off and brings in, dare I say it, Willian.
Oh, please.
Oh God, no.
But you know,
we can't do this to ourselves.
Look at this game, and the game is going past Smith-Rowe. He's not at all in this game.
Is it because he's not getting the ball, or like what is the reason why?
He's making good passes, though.
No, but when you're the 10, you have to get the ball. You have to demand the ball. You have to be in and constantly playing. The ball has to be in your feet and out, in and out, in and out. You know, like Xavi and Iniesta used to do. Look, give me the touches. Play the ball back and forth between me, and let's see what goes on around us before we move it out. But you cannot not have your number 10 not having the ball. It's pointless having a number 10 otherwise.
But would you not put that down to Crystal Palace's tactics?
No.
Because they're actually marking him out, though.
You cannot be marked out of the game in a number 10 position. That's the one place on the pitch where you're given license to go anywhere and get the ball. Yeah? So that's the, you know, if you're on the left wing and the ball don't come down the left wing, then you can blame others. But when you're number 10, you can't blame anybody for not seeing the ball except you.
Oh no! I mean, I thought Smith-Rowe has made a couple of good passes in this game. I think the one person that's been out of it has been pretty quiet is what's his name, Laka.
Yeah, Lacazette's not getting any look at the ball at the moment.
And he's not had any. To be fair, he's not really had that much service.
Yeah, and normally he'd pull back into the middle and try and, you know, establish like a touch of the ball, but even there he's not doing that. So you kind of look at it and go, well, down the centre of the pitch, right down the middle, we're lacking. We're lacking Lacazette and we're lacking Emil Smith-Rowe right now.
Let's see what happens in the second half. I think, I don't know.
I'd give it 5 minutes and I'd see if anything changes, and if it doesn't, I'd be desperate to get something changed.
I consider bringing on Tierney in place of.
No, Tierney. I don't think Tierney's not even on the bench. Yeah, he's injured.
He's got muscle tiredness, so that's why Maitland-Niles is playing. And it's so clear that we're missing Tierney, because right now, down the left-hand side of the pitch, you know, we're getting nothing.
It's nothing.
They're just showing the Benteke chance on the 42nd minute. Can you see that, Ebony? Or has that gone past you already?
Yeah, where Leno makes that save.
Yeah, they're showing that. Are you seeing that, Naomi's?
Yeah, I'm just about to see it right now. They're about to go through it.
Jumped up a little. I think I've jumped ahead a little bit.
Yeah, I think by maybe 10 seconds.
I don't think we played too badly, but you know, as you said, Tony, you know, we need to take our chances, and you know, I wouldn't say we've not been at the races, but there's points in which I feel that, you know, we're a bit too scared to play, and we're a bit too scared to get stuck in. And when we have, it's like we've actually done quite well. But one of the things I have to pick up on is Ainsley being dispossessed. And since I've been watching, he's been dispossessed twice.
Yeah.
I don't know what. You know, maybe
is it by Eze he's been dispossessed?
Who?
Say that again, Neomis.
Is it that Eze guy? Because Sky Sports keeps showing him as being like Crystal Palace's main threat. So if the problem is Eze, he's
getting him and Zaha down the left. They're playing most of their football down that side. It showed on the graphic, 63% of their attacks come down that one side. So they're very heavily left-sided, which we've dealt with, to be honest. But there's nothing going on down the right-hand side, so you kind of think, well, we should be taking advantage down that right-hand side if we're not getting stretched that much down that side. But yeah, Maitland-Niles for me, and this is why
he's been pretty poor in his first half.
Should we not be looking at getting a left back? Because I don't, look, if we lose Bellerin, we know Maitland-Niles fills in that right back slot nicely. And then, of course, behind Maitland-Niles is Cedric Soares. At left back, I kind of feel we've lost like a backup. Not that I wanted Kolasinac, but I just feel there isn't a natural left-footed left back now. We're just filling a gap with a player.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, we
might loan one in. Yeah.
Who would you buy though? I mean, like who's a natural left footer that could actually play well at left back? Should we sell on Bellerin? Because I can't think of anybody right now.
Well, we shouldn't be getting rid of Bellerin. I don't know why that talk is still being made, because Bellerin is our best right back. I mean, I don't, for people who don't like Bellerin, I don't think we should be looking to cash in on Bellerin right now.
I agree. But there are people out there that just want him out, and I've been saying for quite a while. To be honest, I've actually gone back and forth, but then recently, he's come back to his normal self. So I've actually said, we should actually keep him. And as much as people don't like Rob Holding, I think he's an asset.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job. Like, I mean, how many games can you honestly say Rob Holding has did something where it's been his fault on either why we've conceded or why we've lost the game? He's been decent, and he deserves a new contract. I don't know if you guys have talked about that, but yeah, I'd probably bring on actually Thomas Partey to help out on that left side, and also to occupy Eze and to keep him away from him and Zaha double teaming Maitland-Niles, because I'm looking at some of the numbers here, and Maitland-Niles is getting pretty much owned on that left-hand side, which is a bit of a shame, because I've been calling on Maitland-Niles to get games. I thought he would have played in the last game and give Tierney rest, but he's going to need help, and I don't think that just Ceballos in there is going to be enough. Maybe that should be the change, to remove the number 10 and put an extra body in that central midfield.
Yeah, I do feel bad. I do feel bad for Ainsley though, and I know it's not his preferred position. I know he likes to be a lot more forward, but he's like one of the only utilized or utility players that we have, and we don't have very many. And he's not doing very well at right back, unfortunately, or left back, I should say, because he's in place of Tierney. He's not, and he's getting he's just getting roasted, But I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see what happens in the second half, which is about to kick off.
I'm looking at left backs across Europe. There's a player at AZ Alkmaar. His name's Owen Rijsdal. He's Dutch. He's ranked pretty well. He's aged 20 years old. 11.3 million is his release clause.
Okay.
He's probably on about $7,000 a week. So, a player like that, highly rated, very highly rated. He looks like someone that we should be looking at.
I've also read today that that Arteta wants to get rid of Renarsson.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
So he wants to get David Raya in from Brentford, doesn't he? Because that was the original target in the summer.
Is he any good?
He's a good keeper.
I mean, after seeing Runnison, I mean, I think there are many players are better than him.
Hey, listen, I think I'd do a better job than Runnison.
I'd do a better job than I'm 5'2" and 8.5 stone. So, you know, even you could do a better job than Neomis. Seriously. It's like because we've got Macy, and you know, he wants to leave, and I don't blame him.
Well, he's gone out on loan already.
No, he's gone. He's gone.
Oh, he's gone, has he?
Yeah.
Loan,
was it? He gone to? Yeah, I think it's a loan to. Was it Hibernian?
Yeah.
But contract is out at the end of the season. I think that's yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him to be fair. If he wants to leave because he's been treated like dirt. And he's been at the club since what he's a kid. So Renarson, I don't know whose idea, whose bright idea was that?
The goalkeeping coach who worked with him at his previous club.
See, Arsenal own a scouting software company? Like, why aren't you using proper scouting to bring these players in?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you don't have to be a genius, do you? To be honest, no, miss. I mean, we if you're a really, someone who really wants to see players across the continent, you don't have to really invest in huge amounts of technology because you can find the information out very easily.
It's true. Yeah,
it's all out there.
And we're just talking about a backup goalkeeper. Like, we're not talking about a first team player. I mean, you know, I watched the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup and saw, was it Man City's and Manchester United's are backup goalkeepers. I would take any one of them. I like on loan for the end, to the end of the season. Anyone.
It's true.
If anything happens to Leno,
have you kicked off yet? Are you kicked off, Ebony?
Yes, it's kicked off. Yeah.
What about you, Neomis? Have you kicked off?
They're getting ready right now. They're getting ready. They haven't kicked off yet. Lacazette's in the circle. Oh yeah,
yeah.
So I've crept up on you, but I've not got as far as Ebony yet. So I'm at 45-17.
Bellerin in off.
Yeah.
Just
kicked off.
So we've actually started off quite well.
Oh, Laka.
Yeah, Laka, then Bellerin.
Oh, Bellerin shot just goes wide.
Yeah, that's the term I was looking for, just wide. So we actually started off well. We're on the front foot so far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was not far away, Bellerin.
If you've just joined in, welcome to 101.
Ooh.
Hollow, if you're
Bellerin,
watching,
nice
get
shot.
well. It was a nice shot, but it just wide.
Yeah, good attempt.
So here's Ainsley, passes it to Aubameyang. Aubameyang then crosses it to someone who misses. Nice interception by, is that Pablo? No, Aubameyang. No, Xhaka.
Pablo's not playing.
Not Pablo. What's his name?
Luis.
Ceballos?
No, Ceballos, yeah. You know when you're actually watching a game, you're trying to see who's who, but you can't really quite make out?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, no substitutions
anyway.
over half time.
We need to make a substitute very quickly.
Go on, Danny. Oh, Saka, get it. Oh, unlucky. It's good
Saka's
to see Danny looking for Saka there. You know, I'm looking for Danny Ceballos to be more progressive in his passing.
Why isn't anybody close to the box?
Come on.
So we've got a corner now. On the right-hand side of the pitch, Bukayo Saka lining it up.
Saka?
The Saka, let's watch it again. So Saka takes it. Rob Holding headers it way past the goalkeeper.
Well done for Granit Xhaka for pushing forward though for that one.
Yeah, well, I don't say very much. I don't say much nice things about Xhaka.
It wasn't.
Xhaka should be lucky that actually logged me today.
Xhaka, it was Ceballos played that ball to.
It was Ceballos that made that interception. All right, so we're pushing forward. Here's Saka, who will then pass it to Bellerin. Bellerin then passes it to David Luiz. David Luiz it's still Luiz. Oh, why did you turn around, Xhaka? You'll see it in a minute. I'm even going to explain.
That means that we must have been close.
We were close. What you watched?
It's a definite pickup in the pace this half, isn't it?
It is. I'd like to know what Arteta said to them half time. Okay. David Luiz. Luiz.
Great ball to Saka.
Passes it to Saka. Granit.
Come on, no.
Granit to Ceballos. Ceballos to Bellerin.
Oh, great pass. Come on.
Lacroix.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Saka intercepted by one of their players. Xhaka's got chested it down, passed it to Bellerin, back to Xhaka. David Luiz with the ball. You can actually pass it to your left, David. But okay, you've passed it to Lacazette. Lacazette then passes it on to Ainsley, and then he gets intercepted, and it's a free kick intercepted by Townsend, and it's another free kick to us. All right,
we're playing pretty well so far.
Yeah, we picked up pace so far.
Maitland-Niles is struggling. He's not quite getting himself clear of his left back so that he can of his right back facing him so that he can get the crosses in.
Yeah, the one thing I have to say is Palace are defending really well. That they are double man marking him. I think they realize that the way how that we play, we really utilize both sides. I think Hodgson has got this Palace team like just doing the basics really well.
I can see Apollo is in the chat. Great to see you,
Apollo.
Yes,
Apollo. Welcome, Andy.
Come on,
my buddy. Hope you're well, buddy.
Tierney's injured, Andy. Oh, yeah, Andrew.
I'm just going to answer that same question. He's not really injured. He's just got muscle tightness. So when your muscles are tired from too much exertion, he's getting a rest today. He'll be back at the weekend.
Oh, God. Zaha is on the move. Oh, no. Oh, good clear.
Okay. 204.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Tierney is not injured. He's just got muscle tightness. And that's the same as Pablo Mari, who's got tight calf.
And Palace kick it off. Benteke kicks it off. Kicks it out of the pitch. No, it's not your kick, Benteke. It's our goal kick. Move.
Andy Roach is saying to you, Ebony, that he's also suffering from muscle tightness.
Oh my!
You better get stretching, young man. You better get stretching. I'm not going to elaborate.
No, don't encourage him.
He's encouraging himself. Right, so we've got a free throw, which will be taken by Bellerin in their half.
Get it on the floor.
No, it's all this foot tennis, man. There we go. There's Ainsley bombing down the right-hand side. He passes it to Aubameyang.
Left-hand side.
Left-hand side, I beg your pardon. I keep forgetting that he's on the left in place of Tierney. Bellerin then gets the ball. Saka. We throw to Luis. Luis to Holding. Somebody please get it. Yeah, that's it. Saka. Bellerin. Rob Holding again. Ooh. Oh, lekker.
Tell us what's happened. What's happened?
Right, so then. Okay. Lekker
plays a 1-2 with
Ceballos, yeah, and then he hits a side net.
Oh, Lacazette. So actually, a forward ball by Xhaka, believe it or not. It was offside for the Lacazette effort, but it was a nice interplay going forward. Xhaka to Ceballos to Xhaka, Granit to Maitland-Niles, who was offside, played it in to Aubameyang, played it to Lacazette. So there was at least 9 passes in that move, which led to a Lacazette shot, which was just off target. But that was good football.
We need to do more of that, actually.
We need to do more of that. Cool Case says, without Tierney crosses, this team is nothing. I don't know if it's the crosses, but definitely there was, there's a lack of fluidity down the left-hand side and in general in play without Tierney. It was Lacazette who was offside. I wasn't sure if it was him or Ainsley Maitland-Niles, because sometimes they don't raise the flag until the shot goes off. Apollo saying Ainsley Maitland-Niles has had a bad game from start to finish. He suggests taking him off and moving Saka in, and Saka to left back and bringing Pepe in midfield to replace Saka, which wouldn't be a bad shout. We know Saka has played at left back before and will offer a lot going forward.
Do we really have to see Pepe on the pitch?
Well,
or he might make a difference.
When you think about options, you've got Pepe, Willian, Willock. I don't know if Reece Nelson's on the bench, but those are your options. Who would you want out of that lot? You know what I
mean? Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta go for Pepe then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is where the lack of players.
Would you take? I think Partey's coming on. He's warming up.
Make that pass, Maitland-Niles.
He's been dispossessed again.
In space, and he played it, but the ball got deflected, and he could have played it into a much wider space. There's no foul there, surely. Maitland-Niles Lacazette in a space which he could have played him in behind, and then he tried to play him, but he plays it, and the defender gets a tap onto the pass, which means that the ball ends up wider than he originally wanted. Oh, Thomas Partey.
Yeah, you see him warming up.
Yeah.
Would you guys take Zaha?
There's a half time.
Take Zaha.
Yes, right just now. Not for 70 million. Yeah.
Not for 70 million.
If he was like for 40, even 45, 50, yeah, you take that.
Arsenal defending really deep here with 5 at the back. Almost like they don't want to lose it, but I'm not making enough moves offensively to win it. This is going to take one of them extra special moments by a player, I think.
By sub.
We're nearly at 60 minutes and we maybe
No
need to start thinking about a substitution to change the game. Partey could be a huge difference maker in the middle of the park. Who would you take off? Ceballos or Xhaka?
Xhaka.
Neomis, same thing?
I mean, I definitely agree with bringing Thomas Partey on. I might take off. I might take off. If I had to choose between the two, I'd take off Ceballos.
Really?
It's actually been pretty good. Yeah, with some of his free ball passes. To be honest, I kind of agree with taking off Smith Rowe.
Yeah, that could be an option.
Then Niles needs help. You need to have another body in there. But then that'd mean changing formation, and I don't know if Arteta would do that.
Oh man, this is like the 5th time he's been dispossessed on the right, on the left. It's just not his position.
Maitland Niles.
And he's a good player as well. It's just not his position.
Cool Case says David Luiz is getting tired of the back passes. He doesn't want the ball played back to him. Which kind of makes sense. You know, we want to be playing forward, not backwards. Bertrand would take Zaha for 100 million. As I alluded to last week, you know, look, Zaha started the season on fire, but he's cooled off. And, you know, you look at today's game, he's not took this game by the scruff. You know, there would have been times when, you know, he would have been unplayable to some of our players. But today, he's done nothing that's made us think, well, you know what, he's absolutely destroying our defence. You know.
Would it be fair to say that Crystal Palace have won the battle of midfield?
Not really.
Yes.
Because we've had more of the ball. But we're just not doing anything with it.
Yeah, the way how they're positioning, that like they are really stifling us to really have any type of fluidity.
Here we go, Xhaka.
Anytime we...
Oh. Just had a ball on the edge of the area.
Bellerin.
Oh, come on, Bellerin. Return pass to Emil Smith-Rowe was so easy. Got that wrong. Xhaka. Luiz is playing like so attacking. He's literally not even in his own half. Aubameyang taking the ball forward, pass it to Emil. Ceballos plays it out to Bellerin. Oh, Xhaka not watching behind him, but then he gets, oh no, don't quite get that right. And then Crystal Palace, in trying to break, cannot do anything, and the ball returned by Rob Holding. Out to Ceballos in the middle of the park. David Luiz once again in the opposition half, looking to make play. Can't see anything.
Bellerin.
Come on, Ainsley, do something with the ball. Pass it. And he plays it into the goalkeeper. This is Ainsley. I don't know why he didn't pass it to his right. To someone who's a Partey's coming. Not
interception by Rob Holding. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Where's he going?
Pepe's coming on.
2 men. And he gets a shot off right into the midriff of the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
There's another good opportunity created on his own by Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Went past 3 players, created an opportunity, but the shot unfortunately went straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. Pepe's coming on. He's stripped and he's ready.
Oh, nice. Oh, good shot by Maitland. You guys are probably a little ahead, but...
Come on, close him down for crying out loud. What are you waiting for? Oh, no.
Who did Pepe come on for?
He's not on yet.
Yeah. Oh, we've lost the ball with errant passing. Rob Holding versus Zaha, 1-on-1. Rob Holding wins. See,
Maitland-Niles coming off.
There was a time when you would have been absolutely cacking your pants. Zaha has left 1-on-1 against Rob Holding. Rob Holding ends up winning the ball and delaying the game enough so that Zaha can get back and help out with the defensive work.
Pepe, do something now. Yeah, do something. Do something on that left-hand side. That's why we bought you.
So Maitland-Niles is coming off. Maitland-Niles is coming off. Pepe coming on. So sounds like Apollo's wishes have come true, because that would indicate potentially... Oh, okay, so Pepe looks like he's running straight to the left-hand side of the pitch.
Wing. Are we playing 3 at the back then now?
No.
Scott.
My bad.
I guess him and Saka are going to swap places.
Louise.
Yep, Saka's gone to the left back.
Xhaka.
Oh, Pepe straight in, and so he is at his usual left midfield position.
Louise to Granite, and then it goes into the foot of. Nice interception there, but goes no. Oh, nice little interception there by.
Come on, Pepe, come on.
He passes it on to Ceballos. Ceballos onto, looks like Smith.
Oh, God.
Oh, bad pass by Xhaka.
Oh, come on, man.
Well read by Holding. And a great tackle there by Xhaka. Yeah, Xhaka doing stuff. Onto Ceballos to Emil Smith-Rowe. And now left.
Oh, my God.
Left
what were
midfield.
You doing, Xhaka, there?
Great ball.
You're getting a yellow.
Pepe was doing so.
Oh, what is that, Holding?
It's so funny that we're at different parts of the game. We're about to see some nice plays between Pepe and.
Oh, come on, man! Stop playing.
Oh yeah, great pass by him. That's a cross on.
Yellow card for David Luiz.
David Luiz gets a yellow card.
What did he get a yellow card for? What? Oh.
Thing is, David Luiz, he can be random.
Dirty.
That was a dirty tackle.
That was dirty. No, that was bad. No, Zaha has every right to be mad at that.
And it looked painful as well, to be fair. So I'll take back what I just said.
It looks like he just completely took his legs out. Yeah, no, that's intentional. Even Townsend's got to go hold him.
In it though.
Sporty Jordan says, I think Arteta threw some teacups at halftime.
Or gave him the hairdryer. Remember the hairdryer?
Yeah.
By Saka. Ceballos onto Pepe. Pepe passes it to
18 said, Xhaka is freaking driving me crazy.
Why are you
Victor
passing
said,
it back? Why?
Guys, give him his credit.
And it goes into Rosed. There was well defended by Granite, though.
Go on, Pepe. Oh, that was a bit of a deft touch there by... Oh, here we go.
To be fair,
Granite has
go
to him. Go to him. What was he doing? Bloody hell. Xhaka cleans up after Zaha is left in acres of space on the right-hand side.
Ceballos is now off and Partey's coming on.
Yeah, that needed to happen. Xhaka
oh my God, it's a counter-attack.
Okay, so Crystal Palace has got a corner.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. Thank God for Xhaka.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is then later on caught by Leno.
Yeah. So for those of you who just said Xhaka is freaking driving me crazy, had it not been for Xhaka, we'd have been 1-0 down potentially. He's made some vital interceptions in this game, so I think you guys need to lay off him a little bit.
Today I've cut him some slack.
Cornering by Townsend. Oh my God! McCartney was literally inches away from scoring for Crystal Palace. Luckily, the ball fell kindly for Leno.
And again.
Oh.
Okay, guys, come on now. 70 minutes have gone. We've got like almost 19 minutes left.
Header from Benteke off the knee. We must. MacArthur.
Ref.
It was MacArthur.
Ref. That was a foul by MacArthur. What is it with these Crystal Palace players getting all physical?
Well, that's the game. Was that the tackle on Aubameyang?
And there was a second pushover as well. Okay, come on, Louise. So you pass it on to Rob Holding.
Give the ball to Thomas Partey.
Oh, come on, free kick.
Bellerin. And lays it onto, then he passes it back to Louise. Louise passes it on to Xhaka. He passes it back to Louise. Louise onto Holding. Holding onto Pepe. Pepe onto Ainsley.
The ball keeps going back too often.
I know, this is what I mean.
They're getting into, decent advanced positions. They're looking up and there's not enough movement. And therefore the ball's going back to Holding and Louise unnecessarily. Those guys up front need to have better movement, quicker movement of the ball to create opportunities. It's just too slow up front. Now, put it in. Good, corner.
Right, we've got a corner.
From a passage of play.
See.
Apollo says Danny Ceballos with the sort of performance that has people posting essays about how good he is. He's fooled me once. So yeah, we're getting flattered and deceived by Ceballos, and to be honest, I'm surprised we still have him in January. I mean, if you ask me, I'd rather have Guendouzi right now. Oh,
yeah, that was close by holding.
His header just went wide. Good cross by Pepe, is it?
I believe so.
Yeah, he's taking a corner.
So another effort on just off target, headed by Rob Holding from a corner.
Yeah,
Will it come
good
down
effort.
to a set piece? Once again, Aubameyang seems to be very quiet in this game. You know, unless he's scoring, he's not doing a great deal. He's a passenger on that left wing.
Both him and Laka. But then again, Laka's had more chances.
Cool Case says Pepe always wants to put on a show when he has the ball. Apollo says Xhaka's defending has been good. Some of his passes though have been like brain farts.
It's true though.
I can't even fault Xhaka today. Seriously.
No, I can't. Yeah, he's trying.
Yeah,
and he's been... So we're looking up and we can see Xhaka filling the left back slot to allow Saka to run forward. And the ball is just being held at the back. Nobody is coming to the ball. This is where Lacazette and Aubameyang, one of you have got to come in and say, come on, give me the ball. Let's move this ball.
Not get caught out, Ainsley. You've been caught out so many times today.
Oh, Partey plays a nice ball, but the defender
oh,
gets it.
Man.
That's it. That's it. Nice play, interplay, Smith Rowe and Partey.
Come on,
someone needs to drive forward.
Get up.
Go on, shoot. Shoot, Xhaka. He plays it into Saka. Across. Oh. Good defending by Crystal Palace.
Their number 25 is down. Rolling on the floor.
Good tackle by Thomas Partey.
But that was yeah.
Come on.
Izzy's down, but there was absolutely nothing wrong with the tackle by Thomas Partey.
It's a good thing for us.
Tony, you've not seen Messi play and he walks the whole game. It's his name
brilliant.
that makes the difference wary. Yeah, but no one can ever fault a guy who scores 50 goals a season if he walks. Yeah, if you score 50 goals, you can walk all day as far as I'm concerned.
Apparently Barcelona are £1 billion in debt or euros in debt.
Wow.
That doesn't surprise me. They've wasted money over the years.
They have. I mean, who did they buy? They bought Neymar. That eventually didn't work out.
They profited off of that deal, though, didn't they?
They bought in.
They sold Neymar for more money than they bought him, so that can't be a bad deal.
No, but then they wasted money on Griezmann.
Yeah,
Griezmann's still at the club, so you kind of question. You know, they got Coutinho, they've got Dembele, they got a whole bunch of players, but literally. Some old boys are still there at the club collecting big money. Just there's been a stoppage in play as Izzy is now walking off the pitch finally. Looks like they're bringing on Jordan Ayew. Not sure who for. Which will create a new opportunity.
Looks like Benteke.
Put some fresh legs on the pitch. Izzy's back on. He's walking with a bit of a limp, but he's back on the pitch. See, Benteke's been difficult in the air for every, I can't see what Jordan Ayew they're gonna have to play completely differently if they bring him on for
close these down and stop ball watching. Nice interception there by Partey.
So Bertrand will probably be doing his head in saying nobody up front can create, because so far it's a lot of play but not creation. Pepe
in this half, no.
In his own box, which is good.
There was more creation in the first half, to be fair.
So we seem to have gone from playing young boys to now we've got the usual suspects up front in Aubameyang, Lacazette and Pepe.
The Dross.
Yeah.
I keep saying to people that Aubameyang needs to be dropped sometimes.
Front three, as Apollo will always tell us, are now back on the pitch and producing sweet Fanny Adam.
Well, I think that's what Arteta has always wanted. I think that's what he prefers. That ain't the way forward.
We've had 5 shots all game, 2 on target, 10 touches in the.
How many of those have come in the first half compared to the second?
Yeah.
All of them.
Get it out. What are you doing, Saka? Took a bit of a chance in his own box there.
I've only got 10 minutes to go of normal time.
So yeah, Benteke coming off and Jordan Ayew coming on. So that.
Okay, so we've got Lacazette off and Nketiah on.
Well, that's probably for energy.
Before you ask, no, I don't want to see Nketiah go.
Oh no way! Like, and Arteta was it? Came out and he's not going, like, and confidently.
I hope that confidence.
If you're going to stick with Nketiah, that kind of says you're going to lose following Balogun.
Well, supposedly he's agreed a deal to go to Leipzig.
Yeah.
Which when I did, I mean, like, apart from Dortmund, if you're a young player, that's probably like one of the 2 best clubs for a young player to go to. So if it's true, like, good for him.
Yeah. I mean, he will. Oh, great pass, Steph. Go on. Oh,
Saka. Oh, Saka. Yes, Saka.
Xhaka just played a great ball to Aubameyang, and then Aubameyang gave it away. Great ball again from Xhaka. Aubameyang this time finds Partey, but now the ball's lost by Xhaka. Saka, not Xhaka, by Bukayo.
That's why I call him Granite.
Bukayo onto Smith Rowe, and he wins the corner.
Excellent.
Some good play from Granit Xhaka looking forward.
And Saka takes his corner, which was pretty.
We're 1 ball short, and it all breaks down. We're not winning
second balls anywhere
on the pitch. No anticipation or knowledge of where the second ball will drop. Yeah, bye Balogun. Andy Roach says, what's the latest on Balogun? So yeah, we've kind of got the update that he's likely to go to RB Leipzig, which is a good move for him. We're a good team.
Yeah.
Where's Jordan Sancho? Is he at Dortmund?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man United are still looking to purchase him. Oh,
if I was Sancho, I'd keep my backside in Germany.
No, it wasn't. Who was that just took that long-range shot? It was Emil Smith Rowe. So we've had a few ping-pong efforts at goal in the last couple of seconds. Arsenal look like they're putting on the pressure a bit more now.
Nice strike by Smith Rowe.
That's it.
That was a foul on Nketiah.
Okay, Izzy breaking now down the left. Don't foul. Good. Out ball by Aubameyang.
Who's he brought down by?
Hold it.
Townsend.
Oh, foul on him. Yeah, foul on Nketiah.
Right, you've got 7 minutes to make me happy.
We need to learn to play without Kieran Kearney, just how we struggle without Partey. So right now with Saka down one side, Pepe down the other, we should be...
That's a foul. Arteta wants to get in the game. He's tackling Townsend. I thought that was funny.
Come on. Don't even. No, you're not getting a penalty. No, you're not getting a penalty. No, Zaha. Move.
Ebony, don't say that, please.
No, there is no penalty. No, but you can see Zaha is looking for one. It was a fair tackle as far as I'm concerned.
18 says Ebony's saying she needs 7 minutes to make her happy. He's putting himself forward.
I'm not even saying a word.
I love the
No, I say not.
I love it.
Oh,
Sar's a bloody cheat, isn't he?
come on, Bellerin, Louise, get that.
Go on. That's it.
Okay, so it goes back to goal. Leonard passes on to Holding.
God damn. It's only 5 minutes left. Granit Xhaka with a shot. Now Crystal Palace on a break. But Luis clears up nicely.
You so fell over. Shut up, Zaha. I love you, but shut up.
Apollo says no point in putting Saka for Kyle as a left back if you don't tell Emil Smith Rowe to switch flanks every now and then to combine with him and Alba. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I was saying earlier about the number 10 role. You know, you have to. Be more involved.
Okay, saying Partey doesn't look fit whatsoever.
He's
probably isn't 100%.
Flying, has he? He's kind of been a little bit pedestrian. Maybe not wanting to push himself too much.
Yeah, because if he does, then he'll potentially be out for another long spell, which we can't really. Afford.
What player do you think we should sign? Asked Hagrid. Victor says,
where do you
Isco.
get started?
I wouldn't touch Isco with a barge pole. And he plays for my second favourite team, but I wouldn't touch him with a barge pole.
Why not?
So
Why not?
Question: are we mentally ill to continue watching Arsenal?
No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But sometimes watching Arsenal makes me do this sometimes.
Hey, listen, how can we be mentally ill? We're one of only a handful of sides who've actually seen our team win a competition, win a trophy, and if you're lucky enough like me, then no other supporters have seen their team do an undefeated season. No other supporters have seen their team win the FA Cup 14 times. I've got to be one of the luckiest fans in the whole of football to see my team win as many trophies as I have in my lifetime. I don't think I've seen football the like of what I've seen at any other club, bar possibly Man City and last year Liverpool. You know, Man United play some good football, but the Invincibles, the actual year before the Invincibles, we was untouchable.
We were great then. 2000, 2002, 2003.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, yeah, it's bad that we've not had
not like that.
Those kind of performances and those kind of wins. But you know, look, we still won the I had to like kick myself up the behind a couple of days ago. Say, hang on a second, 2020, we won the FA Cup. Really? What other team won a trophy in 2020? Oh, good save, buddy.
It's begun again, though. Hagrid plays says we're crap. Arteta out.
No.
So, Victor,
the Invincible era
Isco?
was
Because
a farmers' league.
The wages for Isco, and he isn't the
What's he
answer
talking
to the
about?
question.
I'm just reading Victor.
The Invincible era was a farmers' league. Yeah.
League. Really?
No way, mate. That's bullshit. No, you don't.
Yeah, Victor, you're off your head. Invincible. What, that Man United team, you know? That did the treble? What was it? A year after? Or
year later.
2 years prior. You know, send Pepe to Rwanda.
Who said that? Okay.
I think some people are losing. I think this lockdown is causing some mental health issues. This has been putrid. It's
not been that bad. It's just that, you know,
it's not been pretty at all. Considering we've
created some chances, but we've not taken them. And to be fair, Crystal Palace have defended quite well. So
yeah, they've been on us like a bad rash.
And we've got 4 minutes added on extra time. Coming up, that wasn't too much.
Someone needs to do something now. Come on, Pepe, what can you show us?
Well, at least we've got a clean sheet. I wouldn't give up on Pepe.
Smith Rowe to Bellerin.
Right, Crystal Palace have got a throw in.
Oh, Saka, what terrible touch. Bukayo had a terrible touch when he was played in.
Are we doing player ratings?
I think I'm going to have to shoot off a bit as soon as it's done.
We'll just get final thoughts on the game then. Yeah.
I mean, it's not pretty, is it? I'll find it difficult to name a man of the match with 3 minutes remaining of injury time.
It's between it's between Leno and Granite for me.
Oh God, Xhaka is that man of the match.
Did I hear that come out of your mouth? Really?
You did. Let me explain.
I know.
I know they took my 2 least favorite players, but to be fair, they have actually played quite well today, and I don't often say that about those two. Seriously.
Yep.
Victor says no need for ratings. Yeah. Ooh.
Actually got like
Apollo,
a minute.
Pepe is a waste man. Wow.
I gave up on Pepe last month. I can't disagree with him. Like you do realize Pepe has been here. He's played almost 65 games for Arsenal. That's almost more than what he played when he was at Lille.
Oh.
So Xhaka fell over.
Jeez, almost wash out your.
Oh, the break.
Defended.
3 on
that was
3
a good.
there, 3 on 3. Oh,
it's defended by Bellerin.
Whoa, well done, Bellerin against Jordan Ayew. It was a 3-on-3
That was
So
close.
Xhaka fell
Izzy,
down and left us.
is that how you pronounce his name? Izzy.
Izzy, yeah.
Oh my God, Granite.
I know he fell over.
Oh God, we're getting hit. Oh, well done, Bellerin, for the block.
Apollo says Leno is his man of the match.
It has to be.
Definitely not Xhaka.
Not surprised. Yeah, I think it probably has to be Leno.
What has Leno done?
He's actually
made
saved
one
our
save.
backsides, basically.
Yeah,
He's
he's had some
made
good
one
saves.
save. How many?
You sure?
About 3.
He's made one save.
He's
Can't
made
be.
more than that.
No.
Can't be.
Well, he's made
Palace have
like a
only
flying
had 2
save,
shots on target.
but then he's kept the ball out of the
He
net.
hasn't had
Oh,
to
it's
save
finished now
anything.
anyway.
He hasn't had to do anything. Literally, he's made
Yeah, he's only
one
had 2
blinding
saves.
save.
But those 2 saves have actually been.
No, that's not enough to win you man of the match. I'm sorry.
Well, if not, then it's him. It's out of him or Xhaka. Granite
Probably has to
Xhaka.
be Xhaka.
And I
And
don't
that's the
often say
full-time
that.
whistle.
That doesn't come out of my mouth often.
Listen, at least we got a point, you know,
And a clean
out of
sheet.
it. Yeah. You know, we're moving up the table. This is what we want. I'm still behind you guys. So I'm still in hope.
That was
it's over.
Putrid. I gotta be honest, I didn't find that pleasurable at all.
Parts of it were pleasurable. You know,
there was nothing nice about that game.
Some of the interplay, well, the interplays.
The interplay
I
was
know a few far between. They were pleasurable. But some of the chances were now 11th, by the way. And Leeds have got a game in hand, and they're behind us. We've got 24 points.
You're joking.
We're only like,
26 would
we're,
have been
we're like
nicer.
8 points. We're 8 points off of the top 4.
Listen, I mean, I think we need to forget about finishing top 4 this season. Like I don't think we're gonna get top 4. I think we'll struggle to even get in top 8.
I think it depends on, you know, how we play in the next few games. I mean, who's our next game against? Is it Newcastle?
Yeah. Newcastle on Monday.
Tuesday.
On Monday. Is it Monday or Tuesday? So
Monday.
I wouldn't say it was all bad, but you know, I mean, it wasn't the best performance, but you have to remember that, you know, there was some good interplay. There was a few good chances that were created but didn't actually come to fruition.
Yeah,
I think Crystal Palace just actually came out to counterattack. Personally, that's what I think.
Man United, Liverpool.
To be honest, I think you're right. Like most of the time, Crystal Palace they sat deep. Anytime we tried to do something in midfield, they had at least 3 players around us. They stifled the ball. I mean, they didn't even. I don't think they even got a shot on target. Like
no, they got the one that Leno saved.
Hit the crossbar. I think yeah, the one that hit the crossbar.
The crossbar doesn't count as a shot on target.
Other than that, they got the all right. In that case, got one.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a close game. I think the draw is probably fair on both parties, both sides. But
then again, Crystal Palace, I don't think they played awfully well either. To be honest, you know, when it's us, they actually come out and just counter and just sit back and that's it really. And that for me is all that they did. And that's what for me, that's what Roy Hodgson's teams actually do. A bit like Sam Allardyce. I'll just sit back, just soak up the pressure.
It was,
and when you get the opportunity, nick the ball from them and then run. I don't know. But it was but you know, parts of it was entertaining, but you know, for the most part, it was an okay game. It was an okay performance.
So Arsenal had 11
I
shots.
will just be
Crystal Palace had
11
12 shots.
somehow.
To 12. We had 4 shots on target. They had 2 shots on target. They hit the woodwork once.
Yeah.
So pretty even then.
Pretty much.
But
I
will be happy. I would genuinely be happy when we have everybody healthy. Tierney's back. And let's get back to how we was playing before. Because having all of these players that they just don't quite fit in, I think it's the problem.
Yeah, I mean,
so
we really
hopefully Tierney. Yeah, and I hope his muscle injury, or you know, if it's just a precaution, I hope it's not too serious. Let him get his rest. Was it put like rub some wherever it is that they put on his muscles, and you know, get ready for Newcastle, because like we do need 3 points.
Is that Newcastle game at home?
I don't know.
No, it's away.
It's at St James's Park. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, me being the optimistic one, I think, you know, we'll get 3 points, even if Andy Carroll is playing. I think, as I said, you know, I think today we missed Tierney on the left.
Yeah,
badly.
But the boys up front, we were reduced to the dross again. We were reduced to the Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe, dross.
You got to take off Oba.
So
take off Aubameyang and put Martinelli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put that energy up there, and it's
He's pointless when he doesn't score. He's absolutely pointless.
Yep.
And as Bertram says, you know, he doesn't really create a great deal.
He doesn't.
He's one of these players whereby you have to. He'll run into a position and you have to feed him. He won't. He doesn't really necessarily fight for the ball. And sometimes
Guys, I have to go.
My striker do that.
Take care.
All right, no
See
problem.
you later. Bye.
All right, see you, Tone.
See you Monday. Yeah, sometimes you have to. You know, I like my strikers sometimes to actually work off of the ball. It's like, you know, what they do off the ball is important. It's not just about getting into that position and, you know, and being fed. You know, it's what you do to create as well. And we don't have a creative front three like Liverpool. Liverpool, they've got Salah. Who else they got up front? Kind of Mane.
You know. Yeah.
And Firmino.
Yeah. I know what you mean. But see, that's why I think in terms of our club, we've got a lot of work to do. That we're going to need several transfer windows. Because as far as I'm concerned, if we're talking, we need a 20-man squad of players that fit a way that we play. We probably only right now have about 7 players that really fit that. Maybe 8 if we're kind of stretching it.
Who would you say? Who would you say they were? Apart from Tierney.
Well, apart from Tierney, it would be Saka, Smith Rowe, Laka based on our recent performances, Thomas Partey, and then again I got the 2 centre backs wise. I think we're okay. I think you could interchange a Rob Holding or David Luiz, even a Gabriel or Mari. I think whichever 2 that you pick, is fine. But apart from that, like, who else? Oh, and I think Bellerin is okay. I don't mind sticking with him, but you know, you might need an upgrade in there in the future. But if any one of those like main guys are injured, like, who do you bring in? Like, who's the backup for Saka on the right? Like, we saw Pepe come on today, and you know, I have to wonder. Like, for me, I've given up on Pepe. Like, he's had enough games for his time at Arsenal. I'm hoping that he improves, but For me, I still don't see it. But if Arteta could somehow get the best out of him, move him around into a different position, maybe something like that might work. So I'm fingers crossed it all manages to work out for Arsenal. But I just have a feel that we have just got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, because I mean, when Pepe hasn't been on, Saka has been doing on the right hand side what Pepe should be doing, and what he hasn't been doing, and that's literally getting down that right hand side and going past players. Pepe doesn't normally do that. It's like he'll run and then he'll stop at a certain point, and then he'll do his fancy stuff around the ball, and then he'll lose possession. And we can't really afford, and we don't have, and the thing is, at Arsenal, we don't have a great depth in squad anyway. So,
because when you look at it, you're actually quite surprised. Like you look at our bench, that even before Pepe came on, you just think, oh, you got Willie in experience, you got Pepe, like big money signing, like technically really talented, and we bring these players on, and it's just it's nothing. Like it's almost depressing. You just feel like it's work. We got to find somewhere, and I know it's a draw, but the overall picture with Arsenal, I'm quite worried. I really am.
Yeah, I mean, every January, we hear about all these players that we're targeting. I, for one, don't believe. I don't believe anything until I see the images of the shirt, the scarf, the posing with the shirt, back turned to camera, player looks at camera with name on back, keepy uppies at the Emirates at the press conference. I mean, as we were saying before, we do need a left back cover. So if Tierney is injured, I mean, I know he's not injured now, but when he does get injured, or if he does get injured, or in times like this when he's got muscle strain, we need like a proven left back. I know there's not many out there. I think Maitland-Niles should be pushed into his preferred position, but then again, he's played there before and didn't do very well. So I'd keep him on as a utility. Although today he didn't play particularly well, I don't think he crossed the ball once throughout the whole game. Down that left hand side, he didn't cross the ball once.
He was disappointing today.
Yeah, I mean, he was dispossessed about 5 times.
Do you think that it's because of? I mean, we saw Maitland-Niles not play well today, but do you think he's seen him not play well in training, and that's the reason why we haven't seen him play in how long?
I don't know because you see, I've stopped watching training videos for a reason, and that reason is if you're going to play well in training, 9 times out of 10, well, before we started climbing up the table, 9 times out of 10. What translates in training doesn't translate on the pitch. So I just avoid, and since then I've avoided training videos. And when you're watching training videos, you don't get to the whole picture. You only get to see about 5 minutes. So that doesn't actually give me a true reflection of what is happening in training.
Sure.
With Niles, I don't know what any of them really. I don't know. Maybe he does well in training. Maybe Arteta ran out of options and thought, okay, let me give you a chance. Who knows? But I think today wasn't Ainsley's day today. Hopefully, if he's playing, because I think he's a good player, and I want to see him progress. And I'm glad that he stayed with Arsenal. I'm glad he didn't go to Wolves, because then everybody would be like, "Oh, why did you let him go?" You know what Arsenal fans are like? Why did you let him go?
Yeah. And you know what? He's one of those players that he would have left Arsenal, and I could have seen him playing really well at Wolves every single week or most weeks, and you would have been thinking, why did he leave Arsenal? So I would have been in that boat as well. But
Yeah.
did you want to do what match ratings, or at least like who's your man of the match and like why?
Okay, my man of the match for me personally, I know I said it's between Leno and Xhaka, two players who I have, and I will hold my hand up and say I have dissed for the past year and a half. I'm not even going to lie. Everyone on 101 can tell you. And if you actually read my comments on the
Yep.
101 Facebook page, you will know how much I have dissed both players. But today, for me, I'm going to say Xhaka. And the reason why I'm saying Xhaka, I'm saying Xhaka because he has his interceptions have been on point, his blocks have been on point. If it wasn't for him, I think it's the last time that Crystal Palace got a chance to score. Had it not been for his interception, we would have been 1-0 down. And he's actually been doing pretty much that for me throughout the whole game. So I would, based on today's game, I'd give him an 8. And it's not very
Wow.
often I
Okay.
give him a high score. I know I will allude to a comment that Tony made when I gave Leno a 7 for the last game. That giving Xhaka an 8 is like giving Xhaka a 10, and I don't often do that. And I thought he played pretty well today. For me, he was man of the match.
Okay. For me, again, it was probably between those two as well. But I actually went for Leno for being my man of the match. I felt that he was pretty composed and reassuring. Now, I do agree with you that Xhaka was pretty good today. I know some of the comments in the chat were that he was average today, but I thought he was a little bit more than average. For me, I would have given Xhaka a 7.5. I think that he made some good interceptions. I think he had some good through ball passing, and a lot of the times when you see Xhaka, he just tends to pass back and sideways, and a lot of the times he was trying to be progressive, trying to pass the ball forward, trying to like really do things. And I got to give him credit because for me, I haven't been a fan of Granit Xhaka for a long time, and I thought he played pretty well. But Leno for me overall had a really good solid game. The problem with this game is that it's most of the other players for me just didn't really perform. But I felt that if it wasn't for Leno, this game could have quite easily turned into an Arsenal loss, a 1-0 over just a simple counter attack near the end. So for me, I gave Leno a 7.5. In terms of the rest of the team, now, I mean, if we're starting from the back, Bellerin, well, probably the whole defense, I'd probably give a 6 overall. Probably I would have given it a 4. I thought he was quite poor, which is a shame because I like him as a player, but he just hadn't performed. Ceballos I thought did okay as well. I would have given him a 6. And Smith Rowe and Saka and Laka I would have probably given 5s each. I just don't think that they had any real impact in the game overall. And the same thing goes with Aubameyang. But that's kind of like my ratings overall and what I thought of the team today.
With regards to defense, I thought today Rob Holding was our best defender. Although he's not blessed with pace, we know that, but he's got that brain where he'll get into that position. I thought he dealt with Zaha quite well, actually, considering how fast Zaha actually is. I mean, he could have scored himself today as well. I give him a 7. who else? Louise. I'll give him a 6. I mean, to be honest, he didn't really do that great a deal, really, for me personally. Although he is that leader at the back, that
Yeah.
experienced force that a team needs. He was okay. I give him a 6. So Bios, I know a lot of people, don't credit him at all. Hi Bertram.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Oh, I vote for my
I know you
you watch.
I
You
know
watch
got
the
something to say.
No, I just couldn't watch working, but just highlights because couldn't watch working.
Yes. I'm not gonna do individuals, but what I will do is I'll do what you did, Naomi said, and do like sections.
Yeah.
I think the midfield actually got better when Partey came on, because
that's true.
apart from that, because until he came on, there wasn't any creativity at all. Although we had chances, there wasn't much creativity in that middle for me, and until Partey came on. So for that, I'm gonna say 5. The front 3, I'm gonna give a 4. Unless they're fed, particularly Aubameyang, they're not scoring, or Aubameyang doesn't score, and we don't have that creativity up front. We don't have a Liverpool strike force, and that's what and we badly need one of those, really. So I give the attacking a 4. And no sentiment, I'm not going soft, but yeah, I will praise a player even though I'm not the biggest fan. If they play well, I'll praise them. If they don't, and that includes Aubameyang. And Aubameyang didn't play particularly well for me. I mean, he was almost non-existent. Lacazette, not as non-existent, but he did get on the end, but he didn't actually create any chances. There was a point in the game where he had his back to the ball, and had he turned around and swung a strike, it probably could have gone into the back of the net.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And Bertram, what did you think of the game?
Bertram?
So I'll say this, which is, look, take the point and go home and be glad, right? Because I think, based on what I've heard, Palace should have won the game, given the chances they got between Benteke header. And if I hear another person tell me that they prefer Pepe to Zaha, or Zaha came to football, or is not good, you know nothing about football. You should not be reviewing, you should not be commentating, because you don't understand the game. And it happens all the time when we play them. And I watch him play a lot, and it's very obvious to me that we could definitely use him. Because if you notice, when we get the ball, even when we have 2 or 3 people around Zaha when he's playing, he's very comfortable. He's not perturbed. He doesn't get anxious. He doesn't get nervous like some of our players do. He's very comfortable to wiggle his way out of trouble or find a neat pass. So, look, we're just not good enough. We got a lot of euphoria around the fact that we won 4 on the trot, 3 in the league. But we should have lost the Brighton game, as far as I'm concerned. We played well against Chelsea. West Brom doesn't show up. And today, Palace is a difficult team to play, right? They sit deep and they want to counter.
Yep.
And as I've said it, I think I said this when I text you guys, which is their front 3 is better than our front 3. Benteke, Eze, and Zaha is better than our front 3. You may say Benteke just coming back into form, not as good as Lacazette. But to me, Abba is not as good as Zaha. And I don't think Pepe or Saka is better than Eze. He's just not. I've watched Eze at QPR. I've watched him more recently in the league. He has exceptional skills. I thought we would pursue him for £20 million. So if you're going to compare...
You were linked with him.
Huh?
We were linked with him in the summer.
Well, he used to be at Arsenal, and we got rid of him.
Oh, we let him go.
We do that regularly.
Yeah.
He was pretty young then. I think he was 13 when we got rid of him. So.
With David Bentley. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, I mean, it's a tough game. It's we got a point. We should be happy. What it does show that look, sometimes your whole team cannot have a good game, right? And today may have been an example. But at least when you see Partey come in the game, he doesn't just make the easy pass. He's always thinking, how do I penetrate, even in very small space, in his third? Other players, they're not comfortable taking that risk, or they're not good enough to take that risk. So what you have is the more bland, I get it, Xhaka, I get it. I think somebody's trying to do that too. I get it, especially the veteran. He always goes back to holding. Because his offensive game is not mature enough to say, you know what, let me make the defender uncomfortable. Let me either go by the defender, go to the defender, and then have someone else come to help the defender to create opportunities for others in my team. He doesn't have that capability. So look, Tierney was a big miss today because Nathan has a shocker. But when you don't, that also happens, right? When you don't play a lot and you try to be perfect, that happens. But look, we got a point. We all have to be happy with the point, given how we played. They had the better chances. And I keep telling people about what I call ineffective possession. So when you have 60% possession in the game and you weren't effective,
you do nothing with it.
You weren't threatening at all for the entire game, but you had 1/3 of the ball. It does say something about you and your ability to be penetrative and to create anxiety and to create opportunities for your team, and we haven't done that. So it's on to Newcastle on Monday, and I'm off on Monday, so I'll watch Monday's game because at least I get a chance to watch Monday's game. It's a holiday. But I'm very disappointed with the result because you'd think that we won 4 on the trot, 5 on the trot. We're back with the big boys, but right now we're ordinary.
I think a point is. I think one of the positives to take away today is that we didn't concede. Just
yes.
I
had a good game. He wasn't as damaging as he normally is, right? So the one we're holding was close. I don't think it was a foul. But if you notice, though, because I saw highlights, how many times did he get fouled in the game? It's like Grealish. Always getting fouled.
Yeah.
Always creating free kicks for your team. Always taking the pressure off. Always allowing you to have possession. When you get the ball and you don't lose it, like Pepe does a lot, or others do on our team. And I keep telling you guys about Aubameyang, which is if he doesn't score, he doesn't have a good game.
Pretty much.
I think it was 18 or someone was getting all perturbed the other day about myself and myself and Tony hating on Aubameyang. We're not hating on him. We love the goals he scored a year and a half when he was with us. But we don't love for 350. We don't love what we have bought. We repurchased him for 350 a week. We want our money back.
Yeah, I mean he's getting what, 250 or 350?
Yes,
and you expect at that price, you expect a better better outcome. But I guess he's a poacher. Yeah. That's the kind of striker he is. He's a poacher. He's not like a Wayne Rooney where he can, where he fights.
No, I think his problem is
he's more of a Gary Lineker type of striker.
I don't think he's like how in the UK you have academies and they teach you the fundamental of playing certain positions. If you're center forward, how do I hold the ball up? How do I lay the ball off? How do I create space? I don't think Aubameyang growing up learned the fun. I think he just grew up like you do in Brazil before you reach 12, which is you just play and you can score goals and you do really well. I don't see that in his game where he holds the ball up really well. And his passes between the lines are in close quarters, just not good enough. Laka does a good means of doing that. Aubameyang just not good enough when it comes to that. So look, he needs to. I mean, time is running out. He's almost halfway through the season. He has 2 goals? That's not a good return.
Yeah.
He scored, so he's paying $350 a week. That's 1.4 million a month.
Oh God! Don't do that.
5 months? We're 4 months in. So 6 point something million pounds. So he's got one goal for 3-point-something million pounds. That's not a good return on your money. That's not a good return.
No, it's not. It's not. It's really bad, actually.
It's not a good return on your money.
But then again, last season he did save our bacon. But this season it's.
We are all about the now and the now, not the then. We're all about what can you do? What have you done for me lately? That's the motto.
What have you done for me lately? Nothing. Yeah.
No, he's having a tough time, and I'm not sure he's gonna get better because our problem was our front three, which was him, Pepe, and Laka, just weren't firing.
I keep saying. I keep saying to people that sometimes you need, I said it on here before, you need to sometimes drop your big players. You need to drop them.
He's not going to drop. He's going to die with Alba. He's not going to drop him.
No. He has to be dropped. No, it has to be. We are going to die as a club if he doesn't get dropped for Martinelli.
Prepare to die. It's not happening. The last game he was playing, the game before Martinelli got here, he was playing Martinelli, Abba, William, and Pepe. Just because he wants Abba to get game time, and because he has no intention of dropping Abba. Because even if Martinelli comes, he won't start Martinelli. Because Smith and Rowe or Saka don't need to be dropped, not as Laka, so he's going to start. Laka wasn't in the game today. Part of it was how deep Crystal Palace was playing, but he wasn't in the game.
Yep.
Yeah. Tough.
But then again, Crystal Palace themselves didn't actually play particularly well. I don't think.
No, actually, they played at Crystal Palace.
They had their game plan.
But the game plan was everybody defend and counter. That's their game.
Think about the game that Spurs played us, right? It's the same game. Spurs didn't do anything. People talk about how great Spurs were and how they pulled us in. No, they didn't. They just couldn't get the ball off us. But they hit us on the counter. They had chances today on the counter. Even the last, they had chances. So we have to do better. We have to think about how to keep possession but be effective in keeping possession. Just don't have possession sake. Just don't play to Luis, who then try to get it long to Abba. Teams have caught on to that, which is they play the right back deep behind Abba, so they didn't get behind him. When he's trying to run across the line, they're saying the center half to come over and help. So they've caught on to that. That was what worked last year when Abba was scoring all those goals. It's no longer working. Part because Luis has been out for a while, but partly because teams have caught on to it, and Premier League teams adjust quite a bit. All right? We saw
you go.
Yeah. No, I mean, we have to figure this out. We need better players. That's a fundamental thing. We need better players.
I'm just reading some of the comments here. I'm just reading some.
Go ahead.
Let me just read D Dubs. Goes to show how low we've sunk as a club. That we've got Xhaka as the main midfielder. Look how much backwards we've gone since he's been here. This is his 5th year, and as Apollo always says, since he's come in, we've not made the top 4. But then, like, he was my man of the match today. I don't say that often. And then he says, Bellerin's crap, sell. Pepe is disastrous, sell. Would you sell Pepe? Either of you two?
I think when people say you should sell Pepe, to sell something, so if someone will sell you something, you have to have the desire to buy it, right? Now, will you buy Pepe? That's the question. We keep saying sell Pepe. Will you buy Pepe?
Well, we have to convince somebody. Like, we got tricked to buy Pepe. We gotta do something in return.
So
we gotta find the.
How much on a pound on the dollar you can get for Pepe? How much do you think you can get for Pepe?
I honestly think we could get 30 mil for Pepe.
Yeah.
Roughly.
How much?
Wide round?
That'd be a loss of 42 million.
In a pandemic era where nobody's buying, and who's going to pay? Or you could go back to Lille and say to Lille, look, we owe you 20-something mil. I think we've paid him 2 installments already. Can you take him back?
Oh, give Pepe back. You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Take him
But
back.
then who do we get to replace him, though? Yeah. But if Arsenal were to do that, who would Arsenal get to replace?
No. You would not pay the 20 million plus installment you have. I think we have 3 payments of 20 plus 20
Okay,
million.
so just give him back. Just
yeah. We keep the 20-something million. Similar price probably to see a Gabriel or to a Saliba. Yeah, that's probably what he's worth, frankly. He's not worth more than 25 mil.
Yeah, between 25 30.
Example, Eze costs what? Crystal Palace about 20 million. Is Pepe better than Eze? And in pandemic era, where you get a large discount, you may get 15 mil if you're lucky. It's a write-off. That's what they say in accounting, which is it's a write-off. You sort of bought an asset and you realize you quickly, write it off. You write it off. It's not a good look.
We are going to lose. Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you. Like, we are going to lose money on Pepe, like, either way. Like, no way are we ever going to get that 70 mil back. Like, we'll be lucky to get half of that.
Yeah, between Pepe and Abba, because I know everybody's still harping on what he did last year and a half. I'm harping on what he has done today. Between Pepe, I was actually doing the math the other day. Pepe, Abba, Ozil, Mustafi, Socrates. I forgot how much it came up to when I was adding up all this money. Wait, and players with no sell-on value.
Ooh.
Like I said, limited sell-on value. So, like I said, it's 50 plus. Pepe is 70 plus. Abba is 50 plus. Xhaka is 30 plus. When you start adding up all that money and the return you can get from any of them, you'd be lucky if you get 30 million pounds for all of them combined to sell them. And they probably cost anywhere between 150 and 200 mil. It's really not a way to run a business unless you want to go bankrupt.
But you go on there, miss.
But the Arsenal, when they made those decisions, is that they stopped thinking about the future and only started thinking about the present because they got desperate. I mean, look at Ozil. Like, we really should not have given Ozil that new contract all those years ago that when Sanchez were here, but because
and still are a lot of Arsenal fans who supported Ozil. I think I wrote in Arsenal 101 back then between him and Sanchez that they both should go. We should have been fighting to keep
and
them.
you know what?
We could have got 60 million from Man City for Sanchez, and we would have been free of Ozil 350. So you think about we got make a friend, we gave it for free. So Sanchez went for free. And it cost us money.
I mean, we should have, looking back now.
Go ahead.
No, but looking back now on that, like, that's exactly what we should have done. Because I think from a fan's perspective, I think a lot of fans were just fearful that we would have been in a situation whereby we would have lost 2 of players and no one wanted to think of that. But to give him that contract just made no sense.
So here's the thing. It's not as if, so Ozil is a brilliant technical player, but Ozil showed up in half our big games. So I was checking at one point between 80 and 100 big games that we played over his tenure with us. He showed up in less than half those big games. In fact, you probably can count them on 2 hands how much big games he showed up in. When we played the Bayerns of the world, when we played the Man U's of the world, or the Liverpools of the world, or Man City, he disappeared. One Man U game I remember him playing well in when we beat them, was it 3? When they came to our place and we sort of destroyed them in the first half, and we had fun. But most games, and he doesn't go to certain games. He doesn't go to the Stokes of the world. He doesn't go to up north. He's not going up north. It's cold. It's a tough game. He's not going. He has a knee problem and he gets remedied the next week. So why would you want a player who's not consistently performing and paying 50 a week? Let him go. How many teams were chasing him when we paid him 350 a week? I didn't hear anyone chasing him.
I don't think anyone chased him either, actually. Well, I don't remember.
No, I don't think there was. No one. Everybody was after Sanchez.
No team I heard of chasing him. We hear 15 teams chasing Balogun. 15 plus teams chasing Balogun. I didn't hear anybody chasing Ozil. So why you want to buy an asset where no one is run? If somebody's really good, people are trying to pursue that asset.
Yeah, but I think if you go back to when we bought him in 2013, a lot of Arsenal fans were gassed because we all thought we were getting what we saw at Real Madrid. So when he first signed, all Arsenal fans were gassed. And for the first 3 years, he was great, and he created all those assists. And then the next 3 years, it's a case of, okay, what's going on? What is the real story? You know, it's like his back's injured, his foot hurts, his head hurts, his neck hurts. He's always got some kind of ailment. And then if you move further on, it's like he's been frozen out completely. Not by Wenger, but by Emery and by Arteta. And as I said last week, you know, it's like we will never know the real story behind that freezing out until he one day maybe writes a book.
Look, I thought his time was exhausted a long time ago. Tony, a long time ago. I don't see why we pursued him or re-signed him. I didn't see what value look. You're gonna pay somebody $350 a week, which is one of the highest compensation in the league. They have been the highest at the time. He has to be a consistent performer game after game. And he only played one way, which is offensively. He wasn't a goal scorer. Why was he paying $350? At that time, I was rating against it in the Arsenal forum, indicated that no way in hell. Let him and Sanchez go. No way we should keep both of them. Let them both go. They're not worth the price. Because when you're thinking about an asset, it's supposed to be appreciating. That's why you don't buy fancy cars because they reduce. You buy nice houses in neighborhood with demand because they increase. It's basic fundamental of doing business. And it made no sense to me to pay him a lot of money. Now, we shouldn't talk about Hosen anymore because he'll be gone between now and 6 months. Whether he stays or not is irrelevant. But we still have to go out as Arsenal fans and looking to do better. And right now, we're just not good enough. We need a whole new midfield. Partey played today, and we can see his quality even in 20 minutes, even though he didn't get a chance to run at the defense. But Nathan Nav didn't have a good game. But you won't knock somebody who just came to play after how long. Tierney was a big miss. And it shows you today how, look, I've knocked Tierney about his inability to defend exceptional players. But with teams like Palace, he would have destroyed him today.
Exactly.
Because the ball was playing on the left quite a bit. But Abba is not, look, you shouldn't play Abba and Lacazette at the same time. Play one or the other. Don't play them both. Abba can't pass and Lacazette can't run. I prefer to play Lacazette, frankly.
Yeah, if the choice was given. Tony, did you want to come in and...
last words?
I mean, some interesting things were being said. I can't disagree. I mean, you know, I was commenting in the group, someone was talking about Ceballos. I think it's time for him to go. You know, we're paying a guy wages and he offers our team nothing. You know, you could easily have played El Neni today. You could easily have played Joe Willett today. It would have made no difference. So the difference is you're paying a guy wages. When you think about it, you could get Lucas Torreira back, or you could even get Matthew Guendouzi. I'd rather either or both of them to come back.
But do you think they will come back though, or is that like ties have been cut?
Guendouzi looks like ties have been cut. Lucas Torreira, you know, there lies a conundrum because he's been frozen out at Atletico. Could he come in and do a job? Sure, why not?
Yeah,
maybe.
Still a decent player.
Is Laka and Abba. I don't know if people realize this, you know. The Abba doesn't contribute. It is so frustrating to me to watch this.
Yeah.
What are you contributing? Forget about your money you're getting paid. Let's say you're getting paid $0. We want each player on the field to make the opposition uncomfortable. We want each player to create, each player to score, each player to control the ball, to keep the ball, to make runs, to make passes. He's not providing the value.
But this is I'll tell you what this boils down to, Bertram. This is I'm living off my last season that won me that contract. Let's be honest. Yeah. It happens over and over and over again. And the guy that said that points that out to me the most, as I always say, is Emmanuel Adebayor. The season before he got paid, I don't think there was a better striker in the world.
Yeah, he had it all.
He was unplayable.
But he was much better player than Abba.
He was unplayable, brother.
Yeah.
And then he got his money, and all of a sudden, what happens? So I think it's this situation where we look at players and they play up to a point, and when they get their money, I'm like, okay, I've done what I needed to do.
I don't think that's it with Abba though. I don't think people realize that. I think he's actually trying, Tony. I think he's actually trying. No, Tony, I'm telling you. See, Tony, people are focusing on what he did in the past. I focus on his game.
Yeah.
I focus on the player's game. Forget about what you did or what you didn't do or what you're doing now. What's your game like? And I'm telling you, when he scores goals, nobody sees the deficiencies. Think about it. When you score, you can beat your chest. I'm not saying that you have holes in your game. When you really start analyzing you, I'm like, but you don't do this well. You don't do this well. It starts to show up, those fallacies, those deficiencies. And then it becomes a problem because the more you don't score, you're taking up a spot for someone else.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. We've seen that with strikers up and down the years. I mean, you know, one of England's most vaunted strikers is Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker couldn't do nothing. And yet still Gary Lineker would get played above Ian Wright.
Well, that was a different era.
But he was the same thing.
Look.
He never did nothing except score goals.
No. I go back to World Cup 86.
I remember those days.
Let me tell you something. 86 World Cup. If England played John Barnes, they win the World Cup. Let me say this again. If England played, John Barnes came on the field, and John Barnes set up two goals. One was missed. He was destroying the right back, and he was on the field for about 20 minutes. Why was John Barnes not starting that game is beyond me.
Yeah.
John Barnes was unplayable at that time. Running around, he was playing like what Zaha plays, but with more speed, more skill, more pace. He wasn't playing. It was a different era, which is more around, we're going to play people who look like us. Not the majority. Not play my best players. So in essence, now we have passed that era. Most teams just want to win. They're not focused on other attributes that you have. But having said that, I think for us, Abba is going to become our Ozil if he doesn't start scoring.
No,
well, he's already there as far as
he probably. That's the thing.
No. Here's the thing.
I do agree. I do agree in part with what Bertram's saying in the sense that Aubameyang is trying, but I just don't think that, you know, if you look at his overall game, I don't think he does enough when he doesn't have the ball at his feet.
So here's the thing. Aubameyang can't play against the Crystal Palace of the world. Abba used to get, when he's at Dortmund, when he was at Milan, all those teams he gets behind the defense. You play him through, he gets behind, he puts them away. Now you're playing a Premier League where the lesser teams stack, they play deep, they're not coming out, they're thinking about cutting balls through the lines, and you play against the Liverpools of the world, we're not good enough to play with them. So you have a conundrum. You can't play with the big teams, and you can't penetrate the teams that are not as good. And he doesn't have the skill. I'm telling you, look at Zaha. I keep going back to Zaha, right? When I watch him play, when I watch Grealish play, you sit there thinking, man, player with ability, create something out of nothing, have no fear, get the ball and basically say, okay, with disdain, you can't get this off me. I don't care what you do or how many people you bring. We need players like that. Saka has some of that. He's not there yet, but we don't have enough players like that. So what do you do? What do we do? We don't have money for winter to go buy people. We don't. We don't have. So we're gonna be. We want the top. We won't make the top four for about 8-9 years. And even then it may get worse. So you have more investors come in. They buy more teams. They invest more money. And Franke's not gonna blow his billions to satisfy some Arsenal fan. Here's guys gotta think about it. American owners are business people.
Of course.
They have 10 billion, they want 12. They have 12, they want 20. They're not like people from some other places who just want to build a brand or want to get the laudatory comments and get all the plaudits because they have a sports team. That's not their focus. It's about building wealth. And so Arsenal is not going to increase in value significantly if he starts winning. Now, we'll get more commercial revenues. We'll get more revenues outside of just gate receipts. But about the appreciation of the club, so when he goes on to sell it, it's not going to increase exponentially if he puts $1 billion in the club. It's just not. So why should he? When he has $5 billion in his Vegas company, in his Vegas stadium, there's nobody in the stadium. He's probably losing money hand over foot, even though he's getting money from the NFL, but he's not getting gate receipts. He's not getting advertising revenue. So do you think we have to be.
He'll be making a lot of money if his Rams make it to the Super Bowl.
Not as much though, because think about it. Every game, actually, you know this, which is commercially. If you think about the stadium,
commercially,
sessions between gate receipts, every game, and you only play 8 home games.
Yeah, but you know the TV rights are massive. Getting into the playoffs.
That's where you make most of the money in the States, just like in the UK with football.
Yeah,
similar concept. But gate receipts are important for Arsenal because we're the highest charging team in the league, right? We get the highest.
Yeah.
Get the highest. So no, it's not good, guys. It's not good. It's not. Look, we shouldn't get. It's good that we're despondent when we draw. It's good that
we could have played better though, to be honest. And
that's what we're looking for, is that improvement in performance that we are so accustomed to. You know, the older heads like myself and you, we know what we've seen in the past, and we've become accustomed to a style of football. You know, look, you know, we don't mind if we draw, but we play with style. We don't mind if we lose and we play with style. But when you play that crud, you know, even if we had won today, it'd be an ugly win. I remember the last game I saw with Apollo, we won 1-0, and it was an ugly game. And all right, we'll take an ugly win sometimes, especially if you're on a losing streak. But when you've got like a little bit of, you know, a bit of momentum going, you know, you're looking for improvement in the quality of the play. You're looking for, you know, patterns of play in the game. You know, look, there was that one move at in the middle of the first half, the Interplay, when I said that they created an open opportunity with about 9 passes, and it's that which we're looking for more of. You know, I think today Smith Rowe was missing. I think we really missed a performance from Smith Rowe. He literally was on the edge of the game and never really got into it. He was unable to open up a defense. You know, look, we've seen last week he scored a goal that was so great. You know, the interplay between him and Laka. You know, and we missed that today.
So in the game, would give you an example of where skill is lacking. Because I didn't get to watch the whole game, but one play was when Nathan knocked the ball outside the box. He beat about 3 men, but actually beat them, not the ball bouncing up here and there, and then took a shot. I think he took a shot.
Yeah.
That was some, and I know he has it in his locker. He has it in his locker because he does it really well. But he was rushed in the game. The first ball he got on the wing, he made a thread across with his left foot. You have no left foot. Put the ball back on your right and put the ball in the box. Don't get rushed. Don't get, you know, anxious. Play with composure. That is not exhibited. It's not being reflected, and you just sit there and think, as an organization, as a team, I thought that and Pepe and Edwin should be assessing, what do we need? We need a team. We need a team. But you know,
we need about 15 players.
I don't know if we need 15.
Honestly,
but
no, it is. If you include all the backups for per position, we need about to get to 20. Because I honestly think that.
Well, we need a goalkeeper.
Hey, can you guys see?
Definitely.
We need a left back.
We need a goalkeeper. We need a left back.
We need a replacement right back.
No, well,
we're okay at right back.
We are right back. We have 3 right back. They may not make 1, but we have 3. So we have 3 right back. We don't need centre halves. We have enough centre.
You need a few players.
We need 2 midfield at a minimum.
You need
a
minimum. Yep.
And we need up front is interesting. That's where all your money is spent, and they're not producing. You got 350, 180, 160. That's close to 700K per week between Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. And William is 200. I forgot.
But the thing is though, is that the way things are right now with this whole COVID situation, it seems as though we have to sell in order to invest, and a lot of the dead wood that we have left. Mustafi, Kolasinac, I believe, has gone on loan. Who else is there? Socrates.
Socrates. Papa.
Yeah, I think now is actually the best time to buy. So here's an interesting thing, which may seem contradictory. Now is the best time to buy.
January.
For teams who want to sell. Here's why, because everybody needs money. But the problem is no one has money to buy. So if Arsenal had cash, like Chelsea had cash, when they bought, we would get some great bargains. But you're not cash flush, so you can't really go buy. But it's the best time to buy, frankly. Whenever you have like a depression or instability in markets, it's always the best time to buy because things are selling at a discount. The problem is normally no one has money, or people don't want to take the risk and spend money because they want to save for what we call a rainy day. So, but it's the best time to buy, frankly. Now, you can't buy from the Norwich of the world because they're trying to get promoted. You can't buy from certain teams because they want to lose their player at this point, given where they are. But it's the best time to buy. You could go buy from Real Madrid, for example. They're in Barcelona, Real Madrid. They'll sell you at a discount. Barcelona is bankrupt, basically.
Don't Barcelona want Mustafi?
No, that was rumors. Nobody.
I hope they do.
Only person who wants Mustafi is Arteta. Nobody wants Mustafi.
Nobody wants him.
Nobody wants
What? I don't get why he does.
Genoa are interested in Socrates. That's the only one that I've heard. But
I think that's
no interest in Mustafi.
Yeah. I think he has Fenerbahce and Genoa, is my understanding, and he's pontificating about, because you know why? Everyone want to give you. Nobody want to give you £90,000 a week.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Only with 90 quid, never mind 90,000.
Yeah, but why would he take less money when he's at the end of his career? Why would I take?
And that's the problem with the game in general. It's like, you're getting all this money, and then there's talk of, oh right, you can go to another team for a pay cut. Nah, I'll stay here. That's the problem.
We overpay to get players. We overpay to get players, and then we can't get rid of them. So Ceballos costs something. I think it's like £50,000 or £60,000 a week. He's one of the cheapest players. Even though it's a loan deal, he's one of the I don't know what the loan fee we paid, but he's one of the cheapest players out there in terms of salary-wise for us.
Would you consider Diego Costa on a 6-month contract?
Hell no.
Neither would I.
Costa is a problem child, and if he's making 270 and leave Atletico, then how much does he want for a 6-month deal? That's the first thing. He's not going to want less than anything that's in 200 and it's free. And secondly, he's a problem child. Can't get along with managers, can't get along with players. No, leave problem childs alone.
Yep. I'm 100% in agreement with you there.
Definitely.
So, look.
270 a week.
I know. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but you got to remember, there's a guy that was at the top of his game, was unplayable.
When he was at Chelsea.
At the very top of his game, unplayable. And people paid the money to have that.
And also unmanageable.
Yeah. But you look at like Mario Balotelli. People will always buy Balotelli. They will always buy him.
Here's what happens. So people will buy you while you're producing.
Yeah.
As soon as your production drops, they want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, but some people have got a marquee name like Ibrahimovic. Another one. But he's like 900 years old. They're still buying him.
But he's still producing.
He's 40 this year.
Right? Even in 900, he's always going to produce.
Yeah.
Milan is leading, and he's the one it's attributed to, which is he comes in, he scores goals, he holds the changing room, he's bigger than life.
Yeah.
We don't have that with Balotelli, for example, who's in the 4th division of the Italian league or wherever the hell he is. Probably spend all his money buying new cars and don't realize they don't appreciate. But end of the day, we have to figure this out because it's not going to get better. Not getting better. Brighton should have beaten us. Newcastle should have beaten us. My understanding is that we probably should have lost today. So we've been having some fortune because I watched the Newcastle game.
I don't think we should have lost today. I don't think we were in a position that we should have.
The highlights show.
I don't think we were in a position to lose today. I just don't think that we took our chances very well. Yeah. And there was hardly, as I said before, there was hardly any creativity until Pepe came on.
So what I saw from highlights was the header from Benteke that Leno made a great save. That was on top. And the ball that hit the bar, the header that hit the bar.
Yeah. I
didn't see if we have any close. We have the close shaves from. We didn't provide them any situation where we'd have scored. Did we get clear-cut chances like that?
We did create a couple of chances, and
No.
they were straight at the keeper.
Yeah.
It was a couple of occasions easily where we were 1-on-1, and we just need to slot it left or right, and we get straight at the keeper. You know, you look at Ainsley Maitland-Niles' opportunity. He goes past the 3 players, he's bang centre goal, and he hits it bang centre goal.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw that. You know what he should have done? He should have rolled the ball to Saka.
Yeah. That's what I said.
So what people don't understand is
that chance that he had when he passed 3 players, and I'm like, pass the ball onto. Why didn't you pass it onto someone that player that was in a better position?
Football, though. When you're beating someone and you're looking down, it's very hard to think that the defense is now discombobulated and I can roll the ball in. But it's actually the best time to do it because someone is always free because the defense is not trying to collapse on you.
Yeah.
Some opportunity for someone else, but it's hard to see. It's very difficult to see. But that would have been his best play.
Can I just point out the only reason why I asked about Diego Costa, pro lover, is because D Dubs asked the question: what do you think of Diego Costa on a 6-month contract? And we're all in agreement. No.
Yeah, I don't know how we fit. Look, Martinelli's going to come back. He's not going to start. Don't get your hopes up. He won't start.
I think he should start.
He has to.
He's fully fit. He won't start.
He has to. You know. I think Aubameyang again. I mean, as much as he tries, because I do agree with you, Bertram. He does try, but I just don't think he does enough off the ball for me. And you know, and I'm not saying get rid of him, just drop him for a few games.
No, it's not possible.
I know it's not going to happen, and I know that he's a star player and he's a captain, and he's being paid £250,000 or £350,000 a week, yada yada yada. But sometimes, your big players, and I keep saying this, your big players have got to be dropped if they're not playing well, and they haven't been playing well for a time. They need to be dropped.
Drop your big players. Sometimes when you're winning, if they're a problem child, you're winning so well and you're doing so well, and you have other big players in the team. We don't have the big players in our team. That's Partey is coming back now, so we'll have that. But think about Man U's a good example, where Pogba got dropped for a number of games. So now he realizes that I need to produce to play, and now he's playing better and he's getting game time. They've even forced him into the team because the team is unbalanced with him in the team, but they forced him in the team. They play him on the left sometimes just to fit him in, but he's a quality player. But he was having a tough time between his injuries and not producing well and his agent. But now he's becoming invaluable because he realized he's not indispensable anymore. Fernandes is not the man, not him anymore. So now he needs to catch up, and now he needs to demonstrate that he's just as good as Fernandes. But Abba doesn't have that same pressure. His pressure is he's not scoring, and now he's forcing it. So I don't know what we do with him actually.
No, he plays in our Europa League team. I keep saying this. No, that's what it is. You start Martinelli in the Premier League, him, Pepe, Willian, you play in the Europa League. They're part of the B team now. Until we can figure out a way to get the best out of them, that's where they are.
You and I
the last game against Newcastle. Go on.
No, you and I know that Abba will not get dropped. I just don't see it happening.
Why?
The only way we drop Abba is going to say he's resting him. And Abba doesn't need rest.
That's fine.
He doesn't need rest.
I'll accept that. I can't see him on the pitch.
Look, if we had fans in the stand, the fans may be to force Ateta's hand. There are no fans in the stand to force the manager or make it really obvious that we need a change. And if you don't have that same pressure, because at the game, managers feel the pressure just like referees. You don't have that same pressure here. So why would he drop him?
We need a player like Cavani.
Cavani's quality. Quality. But we need a team. We need a well-balanced team. We need a midfield. And I don't know how we fix the forward line because either they are in very healthy contracts and it's hard to drop. So you drop Pepe at 150, Abba at 350, Laka in and out. after a while, it doesn't look good. It's not a good look. Not good. Your highest paid players can't be on your bench.
Yeah.
And William at 200. Think about it. William at 200. Pepe at 150.
Willian at 200.
You can't put all those people on the bench. I mean,
Willian at 200. That is a joke and a half.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's not William is not the problem. It's the team is the problem because William didn't play today. And, and as Tony said, Smith Rowe was disappointing. But part of the issue is how Palace plays. Also, Palace does that to teams. They do that.
Yeah.
They do that to the better teams. They've done it to Man City is more penetrative. They do it to better teams. So why not us? So anyway.
Okay. Any final words? Any final words for Monday?
Go and buy some players, Arsenal. Go and buy some players.
Easier said than done.
No, it's not. It's so easy. You know what? Freshen up. Go away. Go and buy Buendia. He's in the championship. I'm not saying go and buy Lionel Messi. I'm saying go and buy some players. There are good players in the championship. You can go and just inject some life into your squad. These players are dead people walking.
Arsenal board are too arrogant to go after players in the championship. We don't make smart decisions like that. We don't make smart decisions like that.
Hang on a second. When you said
we don't do it.
Hang on, before you go, you say that, but where did Martinelli come from? What division? Yeah. Where did Guendouzi come from? What division? Yeah. So don't tell me.
Yeah, but they were all foreign.
No. So guys, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is money. We just bought 120 million pounds from the window to pay our bills. To pay Aubameyang is 350. We bought 120.
That's why we go in the championship, my brother. That's why we go to Norwich and we knock on their door and you said it. They need the money.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Tony.
Buy the player now.
Tony. So here's the thing, Tony. I give you 40 million for Buendia. We don't have 40 million. Let's take an example.
That's not what he's at. He doesn't need 40 million to get Buendia.
No, Tony, they'll say, you know what, Tony? In 6 months, we get promoted, we get 100 mil. In 6 months, we get promoted, we get 100 million pounds.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Mr. Bertram. I'm going to give you Reece Nelson and I'm going to give you somebody else and I'm going to give you some money. Go and win the championship.
No, Buendia is quality.
He's quality. But I'm giving you Reece Nelson. I'm giving you, I don't know. Give me another name I could give you. Cedric Torres.
So you want me to give
you
Buendia so you can do better
Pepe?
in the league?
William?
Let me give you Pepe. Let me give you Pepe.
Nobody wants Pepe.
Hang on a second. We literally just gave away £27 million of challenge in William Saliba. Yeah. So think about it. If it don't make dollar, it don't make sense.
No, guys.
Give away the players. We need Buendia. Do a thing.
No.
Deal.
We're missing.
Bertram, you're writing me off too early.
No.
We need to look at this. We can do a deal.
No, we can't.
Why not?
All I see is 100 million pounds. That's all I can see. As Norwich, all I see is 100. 100 million. I don't want any Nelson. I don't even want Aubameyang.
I'm halfway through the season. You're top of the division. Take some money and 2 players from Arsenal.
Yes, and I've been doing more chances next to De Bruyne in the league for the last how long? I want my Buendia, who will probably pay 50 million a week to. Not Nelson, who probably cost me 50 million and don't produce as much. Not happening. My team is set. I'm going to get 100 million. Come talk to me come summer. I may talk to you then. Come summer and talk to me. I may talk to you, but not now. Not talking to you. I'm thinking promotion. I'm on top of the league. We're doing really well. I'm not going to set my team with bringing in some new player. No, I want my 100 million pounds. That's what I'm looking for. And
you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing there, Bertram. I'm going to do a James Harden. Yeah, I'm going to do a James Harden. I'm going to say, listen, Arsenal knocked on the door. Send me to Arsenal. by any means necessary.
But Abba did at Dortmund.
He is interested.
Yeah. Do it, brother. You do it.
But if you're Buendia, you don't want to start creating problems unless you feel like, you know what, I'm getting double my salary.
Do the move.
Double my salary, yes.
Do the move.
Yeah.
Because come the summer, all of a sudden...
He probably's only on like 25 grand a week.
Yeah. All of a sudden in the summer, we're buying Awar. So where's Buendia then? He ain't going to be
I don't think Buendia...
And he's going to be like, oh, I should have took the deal with Arsenal when I had the chance.
Yes, and that's what Zaha is thinking now, to push harder. But here's the thing, which is, I don't think Buendia solve our problem.
Because we've got more problems.
That is a reset, brother. That's a reset for me.
Yeah.
Look,
you take him if you can get him.
He won't solve our problem. Our problem are out wide. We have too much of Saka, frankly, and he plays well most times. Too much for a 19-year-old. The people who we pay all the money need to produce. Unfortunately, I don't think they will do better than they're doing today. Pepe is lost. I saw Pepe at Lille. He was a different player. Now, different league. Level competition is not the same.
He played different level.
So he come inside quite a bit in the middle. He's outside on an island. Doesn't work really well.
Maybe Pepe needs a bit more coaching. I know he's been here for a year and a half, but sometimes players develop really slow. Maybe a bit too slow, but I'd say stick with Pepe. Just give him one more chance. If he doesn't improve by, let's say, the end of next season, then okay.
Well, no, look, you have no choice but to keep Pepe. Let's not be confused here. Pepe is not saleable right now. You can't sell him. First, no one can afford him. Need to afford him for his salary. He's making 150 plus. No one can afford Pepe his salary. Not happening.
Yeah, I know. It's like when you think of the wage brackets of some of our players, you're thinking, how on earth did you get so much? How do you even amass that? Who's your agent?
Yeah, because to get players, sometimes you have to overpay. Sometimes, right? We overpay Kolasinac. We overpay Mustafi. Most that's what happens. The bigger teams pay good wages, right? You want a player to come in, you think he's a quality player, you incentivize him by giving him salaries up and above what he gets at his current club, or even for the mid-level teams or lower teams, and they'll join you. They're not joining you because they love Arsenal, most of them. They're joining because you're paying them better wages. That's what we all do in terms of employment. So we're in a conundrum, and I don't know how we get out of it.
Unless your name is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and you decide to turn down big money at Chelsea for less money at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Good move. Yeah.
Klopp convinced him. Klopp is a good salesperson. It's a good team. He probably was promised game time, and he's gotten game time apart from his injuries. And we had him at right back. He wanted to play midfield. And he was a player who probably should have been in the middle of the park.
Wenger didn't know what to do with him, basically.
Yeah. He's not that good a player. I'm convinced now.
No,
he was a good player, but let's be honest, his goal return is weak as ass.
Yeah, but how many midfielders at Liverpool have good goal returns? It's a different setup. It's a different setup, right? It's a different setup.
Agreed. So there's two conflicts there. You either play with the intention of being like a creator, or you're going to be a goal scorer. I mean, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was neither.
No, but I think at Liverpool, Henderson, Wijnaldum,
he's a bit of a workhorse.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner. What they do, Athletic can work their socks off. They'll run all games.
Yeah, they're workhorses.
They're front three of the creators. That's why I get frustrated. People keep saying, you don't have a number 10, you don't have a number 10, you have a number 10. And I'm like, stop that nonsense about number 10. I'll give you an example, guys. Man U will struggle against the better teams. You know why? Because Fernandes is a better Ozil. I've watched him in games, just track him. He does zero. He only runs when they have the ball. He doesn't run when they don't have the ball. Look when we played him, how lost he got. When we saw close marking him. He's brilliant on the ball, great pass, and he can score a goal like no one else. But when you play against equal talent, just watch how he plays. He's not in the game a lot of times because you know what? He's not going to put the work in. So we have to consider the team. Is it really doing it with number 10? Or we need our front line to produce? Or we get a new front line?
All right, guys, we've got to go to our closing comments now.
All right.
I'm going to say, look, today wasn't the greatest game. The positive takeaway from that is, yes, we created chances, but unfortunately, we couldn't put them away. But we move on to the next game, and it'll be Newcastle at St James's Park, and I think we'll get a win. I'm optimistic.
Okay. Tony.
Well,
all right.
Sorry to be a bit of a Debbie Downer, but there's no date on Tierney's return on an MRI scan, and let's pray and hope that we get 3 points at Newcastle, and that's it for me.
So for me, simple. Go out and buy. Go and buy 2 players. Sometimes that's all you need, a little refresher in the team, someone to come in and spice up things in the January transfer window. Go and buy 2 players. Just see what it does. Just see the effects it has. We've got too much dead weight. We need to get rid of it and just bring in 2 players. 2 young wannabes, and just see what they do.
Yeah, so my comment is that we just bought a
Would
player.
you go for Ismaila Sarr at Watford?
Not good enough. He's a good player, but not good enough. We need exceptional talent. We don't need very good talent. So I say we just bought a new player. We bought 1 player. He came back today for 20 minutes. Hopefully we play against Newcastle. His name is Partey. Because we were affiliated with him early in the year, and he hasn't been on the field. So the new player, new beginning. Let's hope he can stay healthy. But it is. I mean, think about it. Because we paid 45 mil. I really haven't seen him. So hopefully he'll change the dynamics of the team and solidify our middle and provide more creativity. Hopefully he'll link up well with the Smith Rowe of the world, because Smith Rowe will continue to play. And hopefully Abba will start firing, because if he doesn't, we're going to struggle. That's my closing comment.
Okay, folks. Until
Good
Monday.
Night, all. Stay
Good
safe.
night, all. Stay safe. Anybody's watching out there, 101 people, have a good weekend.
Yep, enjoy.
All right.
See you Monday.
See you guys.
Bye.